You are now rocking with the hottest boxing podcast in the land with your host, Coach Malachi Williams.
True.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up, family? This is our boy, Coach Malachi in the building. We're back. Too Many Podcast, man. Happy Friday. We are back. I think today is the 15th. You know what I mean? Some people get their government checks. Government checks on the 1st and the 15th. Some people get their government checks on the 1st and the 15th. I wish I can get me a check right now, but nah, I'm just bullshit, man. I'm good. True. We give to the needy, not the greedy. You get what I'm saying? It is what it is. A shout out to everybody, man. Daniel Agnew in the building. Shout out to my main man, the Mr. Tomato Can. Yes, sir. What's going on, Mr. Tomato Can? I have the detectives. I have the detectives on the ground. We have boots on the ground in Vegas right now. We are scouring the land looking for information. So once I get the information, you know what I mean, I give you a call and let you know what time it is. True. Not information, information. You get what I'm saying? That's a new word that we just made that up today. Shout out to Big Ron. Ron, what's going on, baby boy? Dropping them $2. He say shout out to the E. He say shout out to the E. What'd you say? Enthusiast globally. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I think it took the E out of order. I guess we're trying to say shout out to the enthusiasts. The E should be next to between the S and the D. You dig? Anyways, that's neither here nor there. What's going on, everybody? What's happening, man? We got something to say. I done some research. Yes, I have. I just want to let y'all know that. The old boy, I done some research today. This morning, I was sitting right here in front of this computer right here. And I said, you know what? I know what these sapsuckers gonna say, because I've been reading the tea leaves out there, right? The tea leaves been telling me, you know what I mean? Yeah, dog. So you got to do your research. Y'all been lazy. Y'all ain't been doing this. Y'all ain't been doing that. Actually, the research was inspired by Eddie Hearn. So I said, okay, let me do some research. And once I done the research, it was worse. True. It was worse. Like, for real. And I'm going to show it. I'm going to prove it today. Shout out to G5 from the Bronx, the Boogie Down. Shout out to Marcus King in the building. Shout out to Mika. Mika Lovin. What's going on, Mika? Shout out to the Natural. Shout out to New York, Jamie. Shout out to Gold Rush in the building. Schoolo is in the building. You get what I'm saying? Big Ron is in the building. Marcus King is in the building. L. Harvey is in the building. There go Mika right there. On the screen. Shout out to Mika. Trey is in the building. Tony Montana is in the building. You get what I'm saying? Mr. Tomato Can. He said, hey, that's the funniest goddamn name. Yeah, I'm Mr. Tomato Can.
But this ball is taking the easy match. Fight another ball.
Yeah, nigga one in. Yeah, I'm one in 420, dog. I won my first fight. and I lost the next 420 bouts after that. I'm like, dude, when you get losses like that, how do you like what's the point? But I get it. It's a hustle. It's a hustle. So he's a wily vet. He has over 400 fights. He has over 400 fights, of experience, and 400 he ain't win then, but he got over 400 fights of experience. You get what I'm saying? He has he's very experienced. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, man, hey, they don't win and holler at Tom at the local liquor store. Tom. Yeah, what's up? Hey man, look here, check this out, baby boy. Listen, man, I got a fight for you. You know what I mean? I got what you want. I got listen, I got a fight for you, dog. I'm gonna pay you a 6-pack. I'm gonna pay you a 6-pack and a bag of M&Ms and some sunflower seeds and a beef jerky. And you know what I mean? And we gonna call it a day, man. I got a fight for you. You get what I'm saying? All right, fuck it. I know you be ordering stuff on Amazon all the time. I'll even throw in a $50 Amazon gift card. True. All right, yeah, what a nigga at? Okay, I get in there and get with him. It's a whole bunch of them. You know, listen, why you think they be going to Mexico? But they don't have to go to Mexico no more to get no cans. See, they got a bunch of cans right here in America. Like for real though. A whole bunch of cans in America. I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean? This where they get you at too. This where they get you at. They'll get you with a black fighter, right? They'll get you with a black fighter, and then they'll put Slick in front of his name. Slick black fighter. You know what I mean? Because they know people automatically going to assume because he's black, he's not a can. No, you got cans coming all shapes and sizes, many different forms, races, and nationalities. Cans is not limited to a certain race or nationality or group of people. No, you have many different cans in many different ways. Yeah. You got African American cans. You have white American cans. You have Mexican cans. You have European cans. You have Chinese cans. You have Japanese cans. You have Arabian cans. Middle Eastern cans. Like you got cans come everywhere. That's where a motherfucker be messing up at. They go to, you know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? Yeah, that's where they be messing up at. You thinking because some motherfuckers a certain color, skin color, or race or nationality that these guys are known for having good fighters, and these guys know no. Look, you're looking at it all wrong. Shout out to Haro Davis. He said they would even use the city that he's from and the camp that he's in. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you know what? You're right about that. The camp that he's in. Because listen, it could be, they could have a tomato can in training camp with him. Yeah, this is a can right here, bro. We're going to get you. Yeah, we don't build you up. You've been sparring my dog. We know you can't beat him because he be taking turn. They be taking turn whooping your ass and sparring. But this is what we're going to do, baby boy. We're going to get you a payday. So what we're going to do, I'm going to call my people I know at Box Rec. I'm gonna get in contact with Box Rec. I'm gonna get in contact with the sanctioned bodies, shoot them. Now the money that you was gonna get paid, we gotta listen. This is what we're gonna do. Check this out, baby boy. Your last fight, you made $7,500. $7,500. That's all you made, right? Everybody got their cut. After everybody got their cut, you came home with $250. You know what I mean? So. After everybody got their cuts, after the manager got his cut, the promoter got his cut, the cut man got his cut, your baby mama got her cut, your baby mama boyfriend, third lady Tyrone, he got his cut, you still got, now after that, I got my cut, but you still, after that, now after that, then you still got to pay taxes on what you gross. Yeah, but I didn't bring home what I gross. I know that, baby, but I know you didn't bring that home. How they gonna tax me on the $7,500 when as soon as I got paid it, all y'all got y'all cut? Hey, look, that ain't my problem. That ain't my problem, baby boy. But check it out. This is what we gonna do. I'm gonna pay you $100,000. This one, 100. Yeah, I'm getting 100,000, baby boy. 100,000. Wow, you know what I mean? I keep 30% though. True. 30% go back to me because I'm pulling some strings for you. You gotta understand. I'm trying to justify this match, so I had to holler at Mauricio and all the other sanctioning bodies. I had to holler at them, and then I had to holler at Boss Red. We got you in there. We got you in there now. We got you in there. You know, you in the top 10 right now. You know what I mean? That's what the 30% for. I had to spend money. What you think? Would you think they just put you in there because of your good looks? No, they ain't put you in there because of your good looks. They put you in there, goddamn it, because of the cheese, the Fetty Wap, the dinero. You get what I'm saying? The Federal Reserve. The mozzarella. You get what I'm saying? 30% come to me. So I'm gonna pay you 100. 30 gonna come to me. So that's gonna leave you 700,000. That's gonna leave you 70,000. That's gonna leave you 70. You get what I'm saying? So all I need you to do is, I'm gonna get in contact with my YouTube channels, get in contact with media outlets. I'm gonna throw your name out there, see what the people say. And the people, I gotta see what the people say now. Hold on. Throw your name out there, see what the people say. You get what I'm saying? And then after we do that, then we'll see what's happening. We'll see what's happening. You get what I'm saying? Hey, so media what it is. But shout out to everybody in the chat. Hold on, we got a super chat. Look like we have a couple. Oh, I read Big Ron. Shout out to Mr. Marcus King. Hey, okay. Dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over.
What it say, buddy? He say, shout out to Coach Malachi for keeping it real on slippers. This is beautiful. Hey, look here, man. Hey, Mark, listen, bro, listen. I ain't got nothing. I ain't saying nothing. You know what I mean? I'm just laying the information out there. I'm just laying it out there. You know what I mean? I saw a video last night. An interview with Eddie the Hitman Hearn. Eddie the Hitman Hearn is in Saudi Arabia right now. I saw an interview with Eddie the Hitman Hearn. I listened to it very intently. And then after I got through listening to it, I went and done some homework. I don't know who these motherfuckers is right here. Why this spam call? Motherfucker faking like they the IRA? Man, look, why the hell y'all didn't I tell y'all calling me from all kind of different numbers and shit? I don't, you know what I mean? I don't press the opt-out button and they calling me from different numbers. Yeah. Anyway, sorry about that. Anyways, man, I forgot what I was talking about. Yeah. I think I was talking about this. Yeah, so I just put the information out there. So when I saw Eddie the Hitman Hearn interview, I said, let me go ahead and do some research, because he said, well, you lazy reporters, you guys don't do any research on who Limabean is. So I say, oh, we don't do no research on Limabean? Okay, cool. Let me do some research on Limabean. When I done some research on Limabean, I found something that was very, very telling. I'm finna get into that right now. Let's get into the show. Hold on. Let me make sure. Let me make sure. You know what I mean? Cause y'all know let me make sure. Let me make sure what's going on. All right, cool. Eddie Hearn slams Jaron Boots Ennis's critics. Says that Boots signed contract to fight Virgil Ortiz. Yes, I said that right. I'm not making this up. Let's get into the show. In a recent interview, Eddie the Hitman Hearn revealed why Jaron Boots Ennis is fighting Uisma Lima. How you pronounce his name is Uisma. How do I know? Because when I done some research on him, I saw some interviews of him, and somebody was asking him how to pronounce his name, and he said Uisma. So UI, when UI is Uisma Lima. All right, so I just want to let y'all. I want y'all brief mispronouncing the man's name. It's Uisma. W, you get what I'm saying? Uisma, right? Even though it's a U. Wisma Lima is a tough competitor who will push Boots. This is what Eddie Hearn said. True. This is what he said. I'm not making this up. Hey, shout out to Jason Follow on Christ. He say, fire your hat, coach. Yeah. You know what? I got this hat in, hey, Jason, I got this hat in, when I was in Norfolk, Virginia for the Keyshawn Davis fight. I got this hat there. They were selling merchandise, anytime Top Rank have a fight, they already have somebody outside at their venue, that's selling merch. So, I saw this. Listen, I bought the shirt with the Marvin Hagler And it got Tommy Hearns, Marvin Hagler Hearns. I think it has war right there or something like that. It got the date, 1985, when Marvin Hagler Hearns fought. Yeah, I got that, man. I got that. I got the hat and everything, brother. Yeah, I got the hat and everything. Anyways. In a recent interview, Eddie the Hitman Hearn revealed that Jaron Boots Ennis is, he revealed why Jaron Boots Ennis is fighting Uisma Lima for his first fight at 154 pounds. According to Eddie Hearn, that's the key word here. According to who? Eddie Hearn. According to Eddie Hearn, Wisma Lima is a tough competitor who will push Boots. Over the past 2 years, Wisma Lima has beaten 3 undefeated fighters. I think one he lost to in London. Haro Matevosyan, I don't know how to pronounce his dude's name, of Germany. He beat a dude named Sukhdeep, that's S-U-K-H, Sukhdeep Singh Bhatti of Toronto. And he beat a dude by the name of Shervantaigh, Koopman of South Africa. True. Yes, I did my best to try to pronounce those names, but that's who we fought. That's who Wisma Lima fought. Lima. His only loss is to a fighter from the UK by the name of Aaron McKenna. He lost to a decision. Since Eddie Hearn says Lima is an excellent fight for Boots Ennis, I've decided to look at the fights, his fights against Aaron McKenna, Sukhdeep Singh, I can't pronounce the last name, and Haro Matevosyan, Mutazev or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce the man's name. I'm killing it right now. Killing the man's name. Of Germany. The problem that I ran into is this when I looked at the footage. Because Eddie Hearn said, well, you guys don't look at the footage. You reporters are lazy and you don't look and you don't know who this guy fought and you don't look at him. You haven't seen any of his fights. So I said, okay, let me go look at his fights. Whatever I can find, I'm going to look it up. And I sat here for about 2 hours looking. I was looking every which way. I sat because I'm trying to view things from Eddie the Hitman Hearn viewpoint. I said, okay, well, maybe Eddie got a point. Let me go ahead and see. Let me go to the grocery store and see can I find some lima beans. True. So I went to the store, called YouTube, and I found some lima beans. We're going to look at it too. We're going to look at it together. And I'll let you guys decide. All right, so the problem that I ran into was this. There's not a lot of footage on this guy. That's one. Secondly, the fights that I found on Wisma Lima tells me why Eddie Hearn picked this guy to fight Boots in the first place.
To this day, but this ball been taking the easy matches. Fight another ball.
Outside of Wisma Lima being a southpaw, he's a southpaw. Lima's style is tailor-made for Boots. He's flat-footed, he's slow, and he keeps his head centered without much head movement. He's your typical come forward pressure fighter. Now, if you know anything about Jaron Boots Ennis, he shines the best when he's fighting a typical come forward pressure fighter. True. There are videos out there where Boots said, "Oh man, you know how he be doing that laugh, that kiddish chuckle." I can't wait to get Virgil Ortiz in the ring. He'll press fighter. I love them press fighters. That's what he said. You already know.
The stickiest of the icky. You want to smoke with the old boy Rick James?
That's what he said. Outside of him being a southpaw, he tailor-made. Boots is comfortable with this style. And everybody knows it. Lima is known to travel to other countries to fight for peanuts. True. Which is another reason why Limabean was chosen by Eddie Hearn. Eddie says, and I quote, this is not me saying it, this is Eddie Hearn, Eddie the Hitman. Eddie says, and I quote, right? We needed a fighter to test Jaron Ennis. Limabean stepped up to the plate. And 8 fighters turned down the opportunity to fight Boots for massive money. Now, let me ask y'all a question. I have a pretty good smart audience, and I have a good smart group of people in the chat right now. If I come to you, if I come to Mika, or I come to Miss Black Panther, or I come to Hollow Davis, or I come to Schoolo, or I come to Hitman, or anybody right in the chat, Marcus King, and I say, look here, baby boy, check this out, dog. Check this out. I got a fight for you for massive money. Massive. When I use the word massive and I put massive and money together, can anybody in the chat just give me an idea of what number you're thinking about? Just what's massive number to you? What would massive be in monetary terms to you? I'm just saying, in the context of. So Andy Payne say in the context of what they was paid before. All right. Schoolo said millions. David Martinez said $1 million. Jason said 10 plus mil, I guess. Jamie said 2 million. Daniel said, I can see Limabean being tougher than the tomato can. All right. Alan Maddow said at least $1 million. Okay, cool. At least $1 million, right? We're going to go with that. We're not going to use the big number. We're going to go with that, right? See, this is what they do. I'm going to tell you what they do. Now, the people, we don't know what Limabean was paid in his last fights. We don't know. He's only had 15 fights. Well, Eddie's saying massive. I think he's paid. I think they paid the guy $250,000. That's not massive money. It's not massive for the risk that's being taken against a guy who they say is Roy Jones 2.0, right? But he's the one that's willing to fight for that little bit of money. So I told you guys yesterday, what Eddie Hearn does is he offers people, he'll offer people a fight to fight Boots, but he's offering money that he know that they're going to refuse. I ain't taking no peanuts to fight that nigga in Philly. And you want me to come to Philly? And them niggas crazy in Philly. They got switches and shooting everybody and stuff like that. You want me to come to Philly and put my life on the line? Then I got to get in the ring with this nigga who you say is goddamn it is an Ultra Instinct Goku. And then you only want to pay me $200,000? Nah. True. Yeah. And then they'll say, well, you was making less money than that, so you might as well take this. Yeah, but I was making less money to take a less of a risk. You want to pay me less money? Yeah, you paying me more than what I made, but the money that you're paying me in comparison to the risk that I'm taking is not weighing out. See, when I hear people say that, they always forget the other half of the equation. Remember, this guy's supposed to be Roy 2.0. So you can't forget the other half of the equation. Anyways. And then not only that, what if he win? He's going to get robbed on the scorecard. Let's say it go 12. He really actually do win, but he's going to get robbed on the scorecard. You get what I'm saying? So it's a whole lot. There's a whole lot that go into that. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, there's a whole lot that go into that. But that's okay. Anyway, let's get into the show. Now, Eddie says, and I quote, we needed a fighter to test Jaron Ennis. He said Lima stepped up to the plate, and 8 fighters turned down the opportunity to fight Boots for massive money. No one wants to fight Jaron Ennis, but Limabean will, end quote. The massive money Eddie is referring to is $250,000 that he's offering other fighters in America to fight Boots. Eddie sends fighters lowball offers, then says that they're scared to fight Boots. You can't make this up. Hell, we even found out that Eddie sent Jesus Ramos' uncle a contract. He sent the uncle who fight at 147 pounds an offer. He didn't send Jesus Ramos an offer. Then now I'm hearing, Eddie sent the uncle the contract and he told the uncle to give it to Jesus. True. Nah, dog, no, we trying to fight Jesus Ramos. We trying to fight him, dog. But what happened was we couldn't find his address again. So we know where his uncle stayed at. So we had UPS send him a contract to the uncle, and then and there was a letter inside of the envelope next to the contract that said, make sure you get this to your nephew. True. You can't make this up. So the narrative that they're painting is this. We sent whole head cheese and offal. He made $2 his last fight. We paying him $100. He turned the fight down. Everybody scared of him. Everybody scared. Everybody. I'm trying to tell you. Niggas is waking up in a cold sweat. We got to throw water in their face. You know, they scared to come outside like was it Mo 3? They scared to come outside. Trying to tell you, man, this you know, Freddy Krueger scared. Jason don't even want to come. Jason won't even come inside the man dreams, no did he? Michael Myers see him and turn the other way. You get what I'm saying? True. It's all cap. It's all cap. It's all cap. But anyways, I get it, right? Eddie also mentioned that Virgil Ortiz. Now this is the part that got me. Eddie also mentioned Virgil Ortiz. He mentioned Virgil Ortiz. According to Eddie Hearn, Boots has signed on to fight Virgil next year. Now I want y'all to listen to this very, very carefully because I'm gonna take you guys to the interview so you can hear it. I listened to this 4 times. Eddie also mentioned Virgil Ortiz. According to Eddie, Boots has signed on to fight Virgil next year. Now, let me ask you guys a question. When you hear Boots have signed on to fight Virgil Ortiz next year, what comes in your mind? What comes in your mind? What comes to your mind? Gold Rush said this is probably Lima's biggest payday he's ever going to get in his box career. Yeah, I mean, I don't. Yeah, yeah, you might be right, Gold Rush. I don't know. Cool Boy Curry said cap. Jazz Funk say bullshit. Jason Paulo Christ said something else. Major League, what you say? You say Eddie should have called me. Hey, DC, J. Rock from DC, he didn't say anything. He didn't say anything. Contract signed. You hit the nail right on the head. People now you got people talking about, yeah, man, no, man, he signed the contract already. Don't you know he signed the contract to fight Virgil? Virgil ducking. That's what I heard. That's what I've been hearing from a lot of people. Yeah, man, he signed the contract. That's what I heard. Guess what? Shout out to Eddie Hearn. True. Eddie Hearn is going to clear it up. He's going to clear it up. You know, I'm hearing reports of Virgil Ortiz Sr. Man, I ain't heard nothing from no doggone Eddie Hearn. What Eddie Hearn talking about is cap. So you got people talking about, no, man, the Virgil Ortiz team, you know, they ducking. They saying that they're trying to say it's cap. Eddie sent them a contract, and they trying to say it's cap. And his daddy coming out saying this and that. Guess what? Eddie Hearn gonna clear all of this up in a minute. So when you hear that Jaron Boots Ennis has signed on to fight Virgil Ortiz, when you hear that, you know, you think of contract, this and that, yada, yada, yada. He said we signed on to fight Virgil Ortiz next year. Eddie says, and I quote, we had a meeting with Golden Boy and the Zone. And we and we talked about the terms of a Virgil Ortiz fight without Virgil Ortiz or his manager being present in that meeting. Let me read that one more time. Eddie Hearn also mentioned, according to Eddie Hearn, that Boots had signed on to fight Virgil Ortiz next year. Eddie says, and I quote, we had a meeting with Golden Boy and the Zone, and we talked about the terms of a Virgil Ortiz fight without Virgil being present or without his manager being present in that meeting. Eddie admits that he's unsure if Ortiz is aware of the terms of that meeting. In closing, Eddie said, we went away and we signed for the terms discussed to fight Virgil Ortiz. True. True. You can't make this shit up. Let me reread that part, that last part. Eddie admits that he's unsure if Ortiz is aware of the terms of that meeting. So what the hell did he sign? What did he sign? We signed on the terms. In closing, Eddie says, we went away and we signed for the terms discussed to fight Virgil Ortiz. So what he's saying is, this is what he's saying. Oscar De La Hoya, or Golden Boy, and DAZN put together some terms to make a fight with Boots and Virgil Ortiz. That's what he's saying. You had people talking about, yeah, man, he signed the contract to fight Virgil Ortiz, and Virgil ain't want to, we signed our end of the bargain. We signed our end. And so by him not clarifying that, he got people thinking, yeah, man, see, he signed the contract already. Tell him to sign the contract. He don't lost his pen. Do you guys hear this? Yeah. Anyways, Eddie also confirmed that he never said Boots signed a contract to fight Virgil Ortiz. That's what he said. Eddie also confirmed that he never said Boots signed a contract to fight Virgil Ortiz. This is what Eddie said. Eddie said, and I quote, "We've signed our end," end quote. Do you see why the fans are confused? True. Eddie uses wordplay in this interview and in interviews of the past. Eddie Hearn, and I like Eddie Hearn, but I got to call a spade, which is why Boots supporters say that nobody wants to fight Boots, adding to the fake boogeyman persona. Let's listen to the interview to hear what Eddie Hearn has to say and what his response is, right, to this question. We can also look up some fight footage of Uisma Lima. I call him Wisma Lima being, right? To see if this guy is the killer that Eddie Hearn and Team Boots say he is. Today's show was sponsored by Foster's Barbershop. If you are in the city of Tampa, please download the app Booksy. That's BOOKSY. Download the app Booksy. Look up Foster's Barbershop. The address is below. Foster's Barbershop is located in 1923 West Main Street, West Tampa, Florida, 33607. When you get there, let them know that Coach Malachi sent you. You will receive a 10% discount. Also, you will be in the chair at the time that you booked, and you will be out in a timely fashion. If you were to get parched while you're getting your haircut, we got some fine tenderonis in the back. We have a tiki bar in the back. The tenderoni will be more than happy to bring you a drink to quench your thirst. You did? True. Let's give our sponsor a round of applause. Yeah, it did too. It did too, right? It did too. I'm sitting there listening to this very carefully, right? I looked at this interview 3 times. I told you, I sat here 2 hours. I was looking at footage of Lima. Tell you right now, he don't stand a snowball chance in hell. But let's go. Before we get into the show, we got to say all praises due. No, you know what? We're not going to say all praises due to Al Heyman. We just going to give a shout out to the tenderonis, the PYTs, the honey dips, and we can't forget about Dr. Umar, the Pan-African movement, and the snowball.
See your eyes shine, she's my snow bunny, please. So she's my sweet Dr. Queen. Talk to my nose, this lover's got it so raw. Make you move, stepping out of control.
Turn it up. It's me against the light.
Snow bunny.
Moving on the bar. Everything's alright. Got that smooth soul feel.
No, that's
Dance a little along with my snow bunny love. We're party by the night.
see your eyes shine, she's my snow bunny, please. In the winter
Yeah. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. Y'all know what time it is. The Prince of Pan-Africanism the Prince of Pan-Africanism is in trouble. Our leader, Dr. Umar, we gotta help him, brother. We gotta help him. Shout out to Quality. Shout out to QC. Dropping that $7 super chat. He said, "We hear Boots / Hearn sending offers. Haven't heard a single fighter at 54 other than Ortiz send anything Boots' way. Only they can send offers." Well, for one, I think this is Boots' first fight at 54, and I don't know what the situation is about who send who offers, because Boots haven't even had a fight at 54 yet. So, you know, I would think that I don't know if anyone would send him an offer. He hasn't fought in that division yet. Now, you said Virgil Ortiz sent him an offer. I don't know nothing about that neither. I haven't heard that. I haven't heard anything about Virgil Ortiz sending Boots anything myself. I've heard that Turkey Al Sheikh presented a situation to Boots when he was at 47, getting ready to move up. I heard Turkey Al Sheikh said, "Hey, look, I want to make Boots versus Virgil fight. I got the money. Won't you just move up and fight Virgil now?" And Boots' team said no. According to what Eddie Hearn said, no, we're going to stay at welterweight to become undisputed because we want all the other champions and the other titles. And then right after they said that, about 3-4 weeks later, they decided they're gonna move up. Was that before the? Yeah. That was after the standing on the fight. Yeah, about 3-4 weeks later, they just said that we're gonna go ahead and move up. True. So, you know, you get what I'm saying? That don't, you know what I mean? So, and he re-signed with Eddie Hearn. So I really don't know, bro. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Anyways, let's go over here, fam. Let's go over here. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of this. I love the comment section, boy. There's nothing I like more than the comment section. I love the comment section of other people's videos. I do. Why? Because the comment section tells you everything you need to know. The comment section don't care nothing about, you know, the person's channel or what. The comment section is, you know, and I always go over, okay, what are the majority of the people saying? Because you got 20% that's saying one thing, but you have 80% that's saying another thing, then the 80 outweigh the 20. When you do the average, okay, you know, I mean, 80% of the people, this is what they saying. And who am I to argue with the people? True. All right, let's go. Where you at? Right there. Here go Eddie the Hitman Hearn. I do not own the rights to this material. This is for education purposes only. You dig? Let's go right here. Let's see what Eddie the Hitman Hearn got to say. We're sharing that one. Let's go.
His return to Philadelphia, October 11th.
Or Jake Paul wouldn't be talking about him, but for
his return to Philadelphia.
Money. Like, that's why Jake, if he weren't a big draw, Jake Paul wouldn't be talking about him. But for some reason, Jake Paul thinks he can win the fight. And that's why we're here.
Yeah, I know Virgil's fighting. I know Virgil's fighting Aaron Lima on October 18th. I know that.
It's crazy. I want to touch on Jaron Ennis' return to Philadelphia, October 11th against Wisma Lima. Your thoughts on the reception? Because it feels like UK side, we're happy with it. American side, they're
because look, if you know Lima, you know it's a great fight. If you don't know Lima, you go Lima who? That's how it works. Yeah. The reality is we needed a fight at 154 that was going to test Jaron Ennis. And Lima beats 90% of the people we approach. 8 fighters turned this down for massive money. No one wants to fight Jaron Ennis, but Lima will. He's top 10 with 3 governing bodies. He's, I think, 10 on BoxRec. He's the IBO world champion. This is a WBA final eliminator. This is a brilliant fight. But you get lazy journalists who go, "Oh, Lima's a bit disappointed." It's like, have you ever watched him? No, I mean, I've seen his record. It's like, well, do you know that in his last, I think, 3 fights, he went into the away corner for undefeated guys and turned them over? He's a serious fighter, and I want someone that's coming to win. And Lima will give us a great fight.
Do you feel like...
So, let's stop right there. So Eddie Hearn said you have lazy journalists who haven't done their homework. Did you watch him fight? You know, we just looked at his box rec. So guess what? When he said that, guess what I did? I went and done my research and I looked up his fights.
True.
I looked up his fights. And guess what? I'm going to show them to you. Let's go.
Patience runs thin with Jaron Ennis, though, because many people feel like, for a guy who's 34-0, barring maybe Stanionis.
Yeah, but he's just coming off. Yeah. He fought the best welterweight in the world, bar him, in a big unification, won that. Yeah. Now we're moving up to 54, and the team said, look, we're going to be in massive fights at 54. We would like one fight before we fight Ortiz, Crawford, whoever signs up to take the fight. But after Lima, God willing, we come through that, he will fight anybody. And he's signed to do it within his extension with us. So, I'm
So man, I'm gonna go back and recap.
Relaxed, and I know it's going to be a great fight. This isn't a knockover job in a round. This is a proper tough fight that will let Boots have a camp at 54 and prepare himself for the biggest moments of his career.
Yeah. You mentioned Virgil Ortiz Jr. there, which you said that Boots signed to fight in our interview on Friday. But Virgil Ortiz Sr. come on Twitter, and I just wanted to read out what he said. He put, "I didn't know Eddie Hearn was Virgil's manager and told Virgil when he fights. I hadn't heard anything. It's not, hey, Virgil, you fight my guy when I want. That shit sold twice. Virgil was on his own path, no matter who anyone says. No waiting for anyone anymore."
It doesn't have to wait for anyone. Yeah. We had a meeting with Golden Boy where we talked about the terms of the fight, which are very straightforward.
Is Virgil Jr. on terms with that though? Like, is he aware of?
I've not. That's not. Okay. That's not from. I don't. Yeah. He's right.
No, we finna do a recap. The question is only 2 minutes long, so we're gonna do a recap of the entire 2 minutes. I'm gonna break this shit down, bro. Let's continue.
I'm not his promoter or his manager.
Yeah.
But we had discussions with the Zone and Golden Boy, brilliant discussions, and Golden Boy were right up for it. We're all moving forward, trying to make the best fights in boxing. We went away, and Jaron Ennis signed for the fight on the terms that were discussed. Okay, we all said to the Zone, we're going to fight in October, and then we'll do the fight in January, February, whenever you want. Ortiz, you're going to fight in October, and you do the fight. So I can't control whether Ortiz will fight Boots. And when I said to you the other day, it got construed. I said, we've signed. Yeah. So everyone says the fight's signed. I didn't say that. I said, we have signed our end.
Yeah.
This isn't about goading. This isn't about saying, but if you don't want to take the fight, don't give it the big one and tell us, oh, we're not waiting on Boots. You don't have to wait on Boots. The Zone have said they'll give you a fight in October. You're talking to Thurman or whoever else you're talking to, and then we'll do the fight. We're in. All you got to do is sign for that fight now. It's done. So we'll see if Virgil Ortiz really wants to fight Boots.
Okay. Has there been more conversation with Shakur Stevenson?
So let's go back. Let's go back. Let's start from the beginning. Then we're gonna stop. You know what I mean? Got a whole lot of minutia to unpack.
It's the most money. So, that's why Jake, if he weren't a big draw, Jake Paul wouldn't be talking about him. But for some reason, Jake Paul thinks he can win the fight. And that's why we're here.
It's crazy. I want to touch on Jaron Ennis' return to Philadelphia, October 11th against Wisma Lima. Your thoughts on the reception? Because it feels like UK side, we're happy with it. American side, they're
because look, if you know Lima, you know it's a great fight. If you don't know Lima...
All right, let's start right there. Eddie Hearn said, if you know Lima, you know it's a great fight. Okay, the problem is the people over here in America don't know Lima. The fight is happening in America, in front of Americans in Philadelphia. But let's continue. Let's go.
Lima, you go Lima who? That's how it works. The reality is we know Lima, you go Lima.
It's like UK side, we're happy with it. American side, they're
because look, if you know Lima, you know it's a great fight. If you don't know Lima, you go Lima who? That's how it works. Yeah. The reality is we needed a fight at 154 that was going to test Jaron Ennis. And Lima beats 90% of the people we approach. 8 fighters turned this down for massive money.
All right, so he said 8 fighters turned down offer to fight Boots for massive money. Okay, cool. Take what you will with that. I don't believe that shit, but take what you will with that, right? So he said that Lima, hold on, what did he say about Lima?
No one wants to fight Jaron Ennis, but Lima will.
All right,
then
he said nobody wants to fight Jaron Ennis. So now this goes back to the propaganda that's being put out there. The propaganda that's being put out there from the PR firm of Jaron Boots Ennis and his fans is that Jaron Boots Ennis is Roy Jones 2.0. He's such a terrifying, menacing figure in the ring that all of these fighters are terrified to fight him. They're scared. You know, they think he's Michael Myers. They think he's Jason. They think he's Freddy. They're terrified. They're passing out at the mere thought of it. This is the propaganda that's being put out there. So let's continue.
3 governing bodies. He's, I think, 10 on BoxRec. He's the IBO world champion. He's top 10 with 3 governing bodies. He's
talking about Limabean is top 10 with 3 governing bodies. We know how that works. We know how that works. I can take 10 people in this chat right now and get you ranked with goddamn BoxRec or probably any of those sanctioned bodies. Literally. We know how that works. And if you are a promoter, like or an advisor like an Al Heyman, or you are Louis de Cubas, or you are Scamps and Lyowitz, because you work hand in hand with these sanctioned bodies, you can get fighters moved up and down the rankings to justify whatever fight you want to fight at any given time. True. So when I hear that, I know that's some bullshit. Let's go.
I think 10 on BoxRec. He's the IBO world champion. This is a WBA final eliminator.
Now, the WBA final eliminator, I think, because of Crawford dropped the WBA belt. The WBA belt is no one has it. Crawford dropped it because he's fighting Canelo. WBA final eliminator. Okay, cool. I like that. He's the IBO champion. This ain't no shade. This ain't no shade to the IBO. This ain't no shade to the IBO. But goddamn, dog. Now, in defense, this now Uisma Lima, he does have the same belt. Uisma has the same belt that Manny Pacquiao had the IBO belt. Lennox Lewis had the IBO belt. Floyd Mayweather had the IBO belt. Roy Jones Jr. had the IBO belt. Who else had the IBO belt? It's Ricky Hatton had the IBO belt. So you do have Hall of Famers who have held that belt. So if I'm Eddie Hearn, I'm giving you some game. Jaron Boots Ennis' PR team in Philly. I'm giving y'all some game. This how you spin this with the fans. I'm giving you the best way to spin it because y'all doing a terrible job at it. How you spin it is this here. You let people know, look, the IBO belt is a prestigious belt. It's not one of the big major sanctioned body belts, but however, you have legends, Hall of Famers who have held this belt. That makes intrigue with the people. Hall of Famers who had that belt. Ain't no Hall of Famers had that belt. What Hall of Famers held that belt? Roy Jones Jr. held that belt. Lennox Lewis had that belt. Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao had that belt. Triple G had that belt. Ricky Hatton had that belt. Floyd Mayweather Jr. had that belt. That's how you try to spin it. I'm telling you, I'm giving y'all free game. Anyway, let's go.
This is a brilliant fight. But you get lazy journalists who go, oh, Lima's a bit disappointed. It's like, have you ever watched him? No, I mean, I've seen his record. It's like, well, do you know that in his last, I think, 3 fights, he went into the away corner for undefeated guys and turned them over.
So he said in Lima's last 3 fights, he went into the away guys' corner, the undefeated, and he turned them over. It's not as simple as that. You got to go look at those guys who were undefeated that he beat. You can get, let me tell you something, fam. Right now, right? Listen, we can get me 10 good fights. I'm in my 50s, so I'm too old right now. But you get what I'm saying, though. But listen, you can get me 10 quick fights. Man, Coach 10-0 right now. Coach he done went to all these dudes' backyard and whooped them. He went to College Hill and whooped the dude in College Hill at the liquor store. He went to Ponce de Leon, whooped the dude at Ponce de Leon. These are housing projects in Tampa. You went Ponce de Leon at the other liquor store. He went to Sulphur Springs on the north side and photo bomb over there, you know, at the 7-Eleven. Let's see. He went to Jackson Heights, caught a hobo slipping, you know, at the Piggly Wiggly. True. So my thing is, okay, Eddie, you said we lazy journalists, we don't do our homework. I did my homework. guess what? We finna expose all this shit right now today.
True.
Thanks to Eddie Hearn. Thanks to Eddie Hearn.
Serious fighter. And I want someone that's coming to win. And Lima will give us a great fight.
Do you feel like the patience runs thin with Jaron Ennis though? Because many people feel like, for a guy who's 34-0, barring maybe Stanionis.
Yeah, but he's just coming off.
So the guy was asking him, he said, the guy was finna tell you, he said, look, Eddie, being that Jaron Boots Ennis is 34-0, you get what I'm saying? People want to know, man, what's up? He's 34-0. And then Eddie Hearn cut him off. Very smart by Eddie Hearn. Because he was questioning the 34-0 record. And he's going to go into, this is why people feel the way they're feeling, but Eddie Hearn cut him off. Let's go.
He fought the best welterweight in the world,
exactly,
bar him, in a big unification, won that. Yeah. Now we're moving up to 54, and the team said, look, we're going to be in massive fights at 54. We would like one fight before we fight Ortiz, Crawford, whoever signs up to take the fight. But after Lima, God willing we come through that, he will fight anybody. And he's signed to do it within his extension with us. So,
So he said he will fight anybody after he fight Lima, and he signed to do it with his extension with us. So he just confirmed that Jaron Boots Ennis re-signed with matchroom. Let's continue.
I'm relaxed, and I know it's going to be a great fight. This isn't a knockover job in a round. This is a proper.
He said this isn't a knockover job in a round. No, it won't be a knockover job in a round, but it is a knockover job. I can promise you that. We finna see some footage of this boy right now.
A tough fight that will let Boots have a camp at 54 and prepare himself for the biggest moments of his career.
Yeah. You mentioned Virgil Ortiz Jr. there, which you said that Boots signed to fight in our interview on Friday. But Virgil Ortiz Sr. come on Twitter, and I just wanted to read out what he said. He put, I didn't know Eddie Hearn was Virgil's manager and told Virgil when he fights. I hadn't heard anything. It's not, hey, Virgil, you fight my guy when I want. That shit sold twice. Virgil was on his own path no matter who anyone says. No waiting for anyone anymore.
It doesn't have to.
So a lot of people said that, look, man, Eddie Hearn said they signed the contract to fight Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz ducking. He didn't want to sign the contract. And they went at him and this and that. And they acted like that they didn't get no contract offer. They scared of Boots. Eddie Hearn just blowed that whole narrative up. He just blowed it up. The man literally admitted that we did not send Virgil Ortiz no offer to fight. He literally said this. He said that, look, I met with Oscar. No, he said I met with the Zone and I met with Golden Boy, and we discussed terms, what it would take to make this fight happen. So when Virgil Ortiz team, again, I don't have a dog in the race. I don't know neither one of these niggas. I don't know Virgil Ortiz or Boots. You know what I mean? Nobody on their team, right? Both sides. But I'm like, okay, but you got people online running around saying, yeah, Eddie sent them a contract. They acting like, they lost their pen. They this, they that. The man is clarifying it. So when Virgil Ortiz's father said, man, we ain't received no contract, he was telling the truth. I'm going to prove it to you. Let's go.
Doesn't have to wait for anyone. Yeah. We had a meeting with Golden Boy where we talked about the terms of the fight, which are very straightforward.
Is Virgil Jr. on terms with that though? Like, is he aware of?
I've not. That's not. Okay. That's not from. I don't. Yeah. He's right. I'm not his promoter or his manager.
So he asked me, says Virgil Ortiz aware of this? They wasn't there apparently. This now we going by what Eddie said. Well, let's continue.
Yeah,
but we had discussions with the Zone and Golden Boy. Brilliant discussions, and Golden Boy were right up for it. We're all moving forward, trying to make the best fights in boxing. We went away.
Now, Golden Boy is Oscar De La Hoya. So we had discussed with us and Golden Boy. What I would have asked, if I was the interviewer, you know what I would have asked? Who did you have a discussion with at Golden Boy? Because Golden Boy is a company. That's very vague. We need specifics. Okay, since you're going this far, who did you have a conversation with Golden Boy? So we can narrow it down. Who did you have a conversation with the Zone? Let's continue.
And Jaron Ennis signed for the fight on the terms that were discussed. Okay,
So let's stop right there. He said that he had a meeting with Golden Boy and the Zone. They were discussing how to make the Virgil Ortiz fight. Then he says we signed for the terms for that fight, or something of that sort. I'm like, hold on. Wait. Okay, you spoke to Golden Boy, you spoke to the Zone at the same time, and then y'all was just negotiating terms of a fight, and then you signed to the terms for the fight. That shit ain't making no sense to me. You got terms, okay. So y'all were discussing terms to fight without the fighter being present. The fighter Virgil Ortiz don't know nothing about it. And then what did you sign? What y'all came up with? Is it a contract? Is it a contract is something binding? What, it was just a piece of paper and say, look, these the terms right here. Just sign your name right here to say that you with it. That shit don't sound right.
We went away and Jaron Ennis signed for the fight on the terms that were discussed. Okay, we all said to the Zone, we're going to fight in October and then we'll do the fight in January, February, whenever you want. Ortiz, you're going to fight in October and you do the fight. So I
get that. So what he's saying is we came away with terms basically saying we going to fight in October. Boots going to fight in October. Virgil Ortiz, you going to fight somebody in October. And then after that, we going to agree that we going to fight each other January, February, or March. Only problem is that's not what Virgil Ortiz is saying.
True.
That's not what Virgil Ortiz is saying. I.e., this is why I said the interviewer should have asked him, who exactly did you speak to at Golden Boy? And who exactly did you speak to at the Zone? Now, if Eddie Hearn would have said, I don't want to discuss who the names is, that's fine. But at least have him on record saying that he don't want to discuss. That should have been the follow-up question. But let's go.
can't control whether Ortiz will fight Boots. And when I said to you the other day, it got construed. I said, we've signed. Yeah. So everyone says the fight signed. I didn't say that. I said, we have signed our end. Yeah.
So you already said, he said, when we said we've signed, everybody said that y'all signed the contract. He said, I didn't say that. But when people hear you signed, they automatically assume you're talking about you signed the contract to fight Virgil Ortiz. But then Eddie Hearn says right here, no, I didn't say that. I'm saying I signed the terms. Do y'all see the flim-flam? This is why people online arguing, debating, having 12-hour live shows about this, because it is. Let's hear that part one more time.
So I can't control whether Ortiz will fight Boots. And when I said to you the other day, it got construed. I said, we've signed. Yeah. So everyone says the fight signed. I didn't say that. I said, we have signed our end. Yeah. No, this isn't about goading. This isn't about saying, but if you don't want to take the fight, don't give it the big one and tell us, oh, we're not waiting on Boots. You don't have to wait on Boots. The Zone have said they'll give you a fight in October. You're talking to Thurman or whoever else you're talking to, and then we'll do the fight. We're in. All you got to do is sign for that fight now. It's done.
So basically what Eddie Hearn is saying is we already have an agreement with we already have an agreement with the Zone and Golden Boy that we're fighting Virgil Ortiz next year. This is basically what he's saying. Virgil Ortiz don't know nothing about it. But according to Eddie Hearn, we already have a deal signed in terms agreed to already that we signed for. Oscar De La Hoya ain't said that. This is why I say this. I say Oscar De La Hoya and Eddie Hearn both are playing pity pat in the media. Both of them, and I said this the other day on the show, I said both of them have an agreement that Virgil Ortiz and Boots are not going to fight each other until we say so. I seriously doubt that fight happened January next year. Myself. From my position, both sides have agreed. This is why when you see Boots in interviews, he look lost. Or he just regurgitate what Eddie Hearn told him. Then when you hear the other side of the coin from Virgil Ortiz or whatever, they like, man, we don't know what the fuck he talking about. But come to find out, he was right. He didn't know what he was talking about. You know what I mean? Based on what Eddie Hearn said. Let's continue.
So we'll see if Virgil Ortiz really wants to fight Boots.
Okay. Has there any been...
All right, so we'll see. So he said we'll see if Virgil Ortiz really want to fight Boots. Okay, that's fine. All right, now, So remember, Eddie Hearn said that you guys are lazy and y'all don't know. Y'all, you lazy and you just don't want to look and see Lima. So guess what? I pulled up some fights on Lima. Lima fought a dude from South Africa named Sukhdeep Singh. I think Sukhdeep Singh. Let's look this up. I do not own the rights to this material. It's for education purposes only. Eddie Hearn said, this guy's gonna be a killer and this and that. So we don't know, right? This is what he said, right? So he said, look up. So I looked up the footage. I did it for you guys. Let's go. This is Wisma Lima. He's fought a dude named Sukhdeep Singh. And then what we're gonna do? We're gonna look at the fighters who he fought. See, this is how you do it. Let's go. Now Lima is right here. This guy, Sukhdeep Singh, was undefeated when Lima fought him. Let's go. I'm gonna turn the volume off so I don't want, you know what I mean? Lima is in the right trunks. He's a southpaw, as you can see. Now, what I noticed off the bat, he's slow. What I also noticed off the bat, he's very flat-footed. That was round 1. This round 2. That's what I noticed right there. He shuffles his feet very slow, but he does throw punches. He will let his hands go. Got hit with a jab right there. Oh, nice straight left. But you can see what I'm saying. He's slow. You get what I'm saying? Look like he's slow and he's very heavy-footed. Nice little combo he's throwing, though. Nice little combo. You get what I'm saying? Letting his hands go. Now, remember, this guy that he's fighting was undefeated. This guy that he's fighting is undefeated. Let's continue. Round 3, he told me, Eddie Hearn said, we'll do our homework. Okay, I'm doing the homework. I'm doing the homework right now. This is his Boots is fighting next. Lima. There's some fight footage right here. Nice left hook. Do you see how he squared up and telegraphed that left hand? Do you see how he squared up and telegraphed that left hand? This man's in trouble. True. Let's continue. Let's continue. Nice little combo right there. Little body shot. Going to the body, changing levels with his punches. Changing levels. Okay, he finally did start bobbing and weaving a little bit. Oh, he got caught with a 2-piece right there. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, this is who's fighting. This who Boots. So okay, Eddie Hearn say, he beat guys that was undefeated. He went to their backyards. You guys don't do your homework. I just did my homework. Hold on, let's go. No, that ain't it. That ain't it. Let's see. Where the other one at? Well, he fought the guy from the UK. What the guy he fought from the UK? Where's the guy he fought from the UK? There's a guy he fought from the UK. Now I see why. Now I see why Boots is smiling right here. Now I see why he's smiling right there. All right, let's go. All right, let's see. Where is he fought McKenna? Let me see, can I find the fight he had with McKenna? Want a nigga to do his homework, huh? Do him my homework. Doing my homework right now. Yes, sir. I did this earlier today. Oh, there you go. Aaron McKenna. Yeah, there we go. All right. This is Sky Sports. Sky Sports. I do not own the rights to this material. It's for education purposes only. Turn this off right here. There you go right there. Okay, cool. He fought McKenna. He's strong. He kind of strong, though. He's strong. I think he's like 6 feet tall, something like that. He's strong. Lima is the guy in the black shorts. He's the guy in the black shorts. I like the way he shot that left hand, but he got caught with a 2-piece coming in. Now, he is tough now. He is tough. I like the way he shot the straight left hand. Like the way he shot the straight left. Now, this dude, McKenna, beat him. McKenna was undefeated. He beat him, though. Let's see what's up. Now, as you can see right here, he's very slow. His footwork is slow. Now, this is round 3. This is round 3. You see how heavy he is on his, you see how heavy he is on his feet? Look how heavy he is on his feet. I like the way he shoot the straight left, though. I like the way he get his head off the line and shoot the straight left. Not gonna lie. He's waiting for a counter punch. He threw a slow ass uppercut just then. You know, this is who Boots is fighting next. That's who he's fighting next. Hold on. I'm not finished. Not finished. Let's do this. Let's go to box rec. Eddie Hearn say, yeah, man, y'all don't do your homework. Okay, I did my homework earlier today, but I want to do it for the people. Because I do it for the people, by the people, other people, because I come from the people. So, okay, let's go right here. Let's go right here. I'm doing this because Eddie Hearn say we need to do our homework. Okay, I'm going to do my homework. I'm going to do my homework. Let's do the homework. Uisma Lima is, as you guys can see, Lima is 14-1. But he has a 5-star rating out of his country. Okay, this guy right here was undefeated, 15-0. So you know what we got to do, right? We got to go see who we fought. Okay, he lost to Uisma Lima. This is the dude who just fought, who Lima just beat not too long ago. Brandon Cook was 26-2, pretty good record. Wendy Toussaint 15-2, pretty good record. This guy here named Cristiano 13-6, pretty good record. But then this how you do it. You look at their records and then you look at who they fought. 2-star ratings, 1-star ratings with Box Rec. This is how you do it. You got to look at who these guys fought, and then you got to look at who they fought. This is how you do this. 6-2. This guy was 6-1. So we would have to go back and look and see, who these guys fought, how they look when they fought them and stuff like that. Because the matchmakers, when they make these fights, I'm telling y'all, when the matchmakers make these fights, this is what they do. They go find footage of them. Talk to boxing gyms, this and that. All right, this guy right here, he just beat, what's the name? Sukhdeep or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce the dude's name. I know I'm butchering his name. No, I'm butchering it. All right, he fought Sukhdeep little brother or whatever. He fought Sukhdeep little brother. All right, let's go right here. Let's see. He was undefeated, but he beat a dude 29-7, had a 1-star rating. Now he beat a dude right here 30-3, 2-star rating, right? He beat this dude right here 15-6. That was an 8-rounder. He beat another dude that was 24-8, but he had a 1-star rating with Box Rec. He beat another dude that was 14-1-1, but he had a 1-star rating with Box Rec. Stopped him. So this is what you got to do. You got to go and look at who they fought and then who those dudes fought. We haven't even looked in depth to see who these guys fought. But I'm trying to show y'all something. This is how they do it. Right? All right, let's continue. Sukhdeep, whatever goddamn name, man. Now he fought Haro. I got a homeboy named Haro. Shout out to my homeboy Haro. I ain't seen Haro in years. Got a homeboy named Haro. He fought a dude named Haro. Let's see what Haro looked like though. Seems like why we ain't got no pictures? Why we don't have no picture? The picture ain't coming up yet. All right, that's okay. Uisma Lima right here. Let's blow this up. You didn't do your homework. Bro, and let me tell you something. There's not a bunch of fight footage out there about on Wisma Lima. I found like 2 fights. Two fights. That's all I found, dog. I found like 2, maybe 3 fights. But I want to say most definitely 2. So you gotta go, okay, who these dudes fought, stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? He lost to Lima. Lima made him tap out in the 10th round. Styles make fights as well. He fought a dude named Alejandro of Germany. Fought a dude named Johnny Navarrete of Germany. So this guy had all his fights in Germany, for the most part. You get what I'm saying? Don't nobody know who these guys are. Nobody. So Eddie Hearn said it best. He say, if you know people from the UK, we know Uisma Lima. So we know him. But if you're in America, you're like, who is that? He's nobody. Yeah, you're right, he's nobody. You gotta keep that same energy. True. Let me go ahead and matter of fact, hold on. Let me do this. So I see where the confusion is coming from. I see where the confusion is coming from. I see it. They doing a terrible job, boy. Let me tell you something. They are doing a terrible job in spinning this. They're doing a terrible job. When I say they, I'm talking about Eddie Hearn, the entire PR team, you know, whatever the case may be. It is what it is. But so, you know, so and Eddie, hold on, Eddie. Hold on. Matter of fact, let's do this. Let's do this. Because I don't want nobody thinking I'm giving up. I don't want nobody thinking I'm giving up. But this is Uisma Lima right here. I want you guys to see. This is who Boots is fighting next. This when he fought Kenna. You know, Lima's in the black. I told you guys what I noticed in this. The two fights I've seen, he has slow feet. He's heavy-footed. He is a southpaw. He throws a good left hand. He does throw a good left hand. He's not the most defensively sound fighter, and he's a pressure fighter. So he's going to try to come forward to try to pressure Boots. Now you see right here, McKenna is pushing him back, and Lima is not really good at fighting off the back foot. He's being pushed back very easily by McKenna. You guys see that right there. He's right there. He's not slipping any punches. He's not bobbing or weaving. He's keeping his head right there on the line, eating straight. He just ate a straight right hand and a jab. You get what I'm saying? This is who Boots is fighting next, the dude in the black trunks. So you guys can go look at some more footage of him yourself. He don't stand a snowball chance in hell.
But this bomb is taking the easy matches. Fight another bomb.
That's Sukhdeep. I'm trying to find some more. There's no footage on him, dog.
This is Raw Hogan, Punch Out Boxing.
There's no footage out there on this guy. I'm looking right now. I'm just looking. I'm seeing videos that I made. And other people, yeah, I'm seeing the same two fights. Sukhdeep and Aaron McKenna. That's it. That's it. Look them up. Look them up. You ain't got to believe me. Look them up. You ain't gonna find nothing. True. Anyway, let's get ready to drop these phone lines, man. It is what it is. Eddie Hearn, you say do some research. We done some research. I did it actually this morning, but I want to do it so the audience can see. This dude is breakfast, lunch, and dinner, meaning food. It's not a matter of if will Boots knock him out, so stop him. It's a matter of when he gonna stop him. This guy's style is tailor-made for Boots. Tailor-made. And again, ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I ain't tripping. I'm just saying, don't sell me. So don't try to sell me on, yeah, man, you don't know nothing about Lima. No, I looked up Lima. I know more about Lima than you do. Because I looked him up this morning. He don't stand a chance.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Phone lines open.
You want to talk some shit? Call me. Start some shit, bitch.
Sup, fool? You gonna talk shit about me, homie? Where you from?
Hundreds of niggas is waiting for your motherfucking call, and they all talking shit about you right now.
Call the coach at 530-494-9636. We waiting on your bitch ass. Shout out to Mr. Tomato Can. Hey, okay. Dropping that $2 super chat. He say Virgil Ortiz versus Aaron McKenna on October 18th. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all know about that. Shout out to RB the Baller. Hey, okay. Dropping that $2 super chat. He say Boogeyman versus Boogeyman. Boots versus Bakram. Yes, sir. Shout out to Trap Media USA. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a dub. He said on Cigar Talk, Peter Garcia. Oh, Peter. Okay, Peter. Hold on. I'll call it. Hold on. He said Peter Garcia said Turkey offered the Boots versus Vergil fight on Turkey. Y'all remember that? For the November. This card right here. Virgil team said yes, and Boots asked for a tune-up. And Boots asked for tune-ups. Yeah, I remember he said that. I I saw that. I remember when Turkey she said that on the box.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Sorry about that. It does that sometimes. I don't know why. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Martin from Oakland.
Martin, talk to me, brother.
Yeah, coach. You know what makes Boots look really bad in this instant is he's fought twice since Crawford last fought. And Crawford's going up 14 pounds after a cup of coffee at 154. And he's fighting, you know, arguably one of the best fighters in the last 10 years without a tune-up. So if this man is doing that, how the hell you asking for a tune-up, especially when you fighting, like you said, Eddie Hearn literally pulling this man out of his ass. Somebody nobody's ever heard of, nobody's ever seen, especially when 154 is so deep. I mean, I'd be good with, hey, fight Eric Lubin, you know?
I think Virgil Ortiz is fighting him now, though.
Eric Lubin?
Yeah. They saying it's October the 18th.
Oh shit! Mm-hmm. What about Coach? Dust off Brian Castano. Brian Castano still got some name recognition off of the first fight with Charlo.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying? Somebody that we've actually seen on TV.
Is Brian Castano still boxing? I haven't heard from him. He hasn't had a fight since he lost to Jamil Charlo. He hasn't fought.
$500,000 in his face. I guarantee you, he had dust off some boxing gloves. I'm just saying, anybody with a name, anybody with some type of resume that we've seen on an undercard. You know what I'm saying? Somebody we've seen on TV that we forgot even box. Instead of this dude, it just don't make no type of sense. Like, you supposed to be the next Roy Jones. You supposed to be the heir apparent for American boxing to Terrence Crawford, and you doing this shit? Everybody else we could talk shit about, but not this guy that's been groomed. Coach, he's been groomed by PBC. He's been groomed by Eddie Hearn to be that dude. And you pulling this shit? That shit don't make no type of sense. I get it as, you know, your body breaking down. You over here having all kinds of shit going on with you like fucking Virgil went through. But this dude, as far as I know, he in tip-top shape. From what I heard, he was even sparring with Canelo to get him ready for Crawford. And you pulling this shit?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how true that was. But he's sparring Canelo, and I heard that.
He said it himself.
Oh, he said it himself.
He said it himself in an interview.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't hear.
He said they won a few rounds.
Yeah, I didn't.
This was months ago, but yeah, I don't know if it was just for the hell of it or what, but he said he did.
Oh, okay. So your point is what? Your point is, okay, he's being billed the next Roy Jones, 35 fights, 34-0, 30 knockouts. You want to see what? You're not happy with the IBO champion, Uisma Lima?
Not even a little bit, Coach. Coach, I've been debating canceling the zone for months. This sealed it for me. I do not need that bullshit. The extra $25, I could spend them somewhere else.
Yeah, but I mean, so I don't know if you saw the footage. I just showed you some footage of Wisma Lima. Now I'm not gonna lie.
I'm watching you, Coach.
I'm not impressed. So from what I saw, the guy got slow feet, he has slow hands, and he keep his head in the middle. He has a good backhand because he's a southpaw. And he's a pressure fighter. For me, from what I saw, the two fights that I've seen the footage on, and I went and done the research, and I looked at it this morning, and I just showed it briefly today. On this show, but I looked at it intently this morning. I'm like, yeah, styles make fights. I see why Eddei Hearn picked him. You know, because he's slow. He's slow defensively, offensively, and he's very heavy on his feet. He's in trouble.
Yeah. He sees something, all right, Coach.
Yeah. But shout out to Martin Oaktown. Yeah, he in trouble. Hey, shout out to Big Mason. Big Mason, what's going on, brother? Shout out to Big Mason. Shout out to... Hold on. Do I need to blow this up some more? Yeah, I need to blow this up some more. Shout out to Haro Davis. Haro Davis, what's going on, fam? You know, yeah, Carla, hold on. You know, also too, I mean, the politics of rankings. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's so mysterious in the sport of boxing when it comes to rankings and stuff. Now, based on the past, you know, boxing hasn't changed a lot at all. You know, because based on what used to happen in the past, in some instances, you know, you see a lot more of that going on today. At least for me, because I see a lot of this shit. I'm like, man, look, they don't found the nigga. They don't found somebody from the liquor store. You know, throw him in the top 10. you know he in the top 10 now. Yeah. My homeboy Poach Chop Will in the top 10 too. But that don't mean that's gonna be a tough fight. True. You know, Poach Chop. You get what I'm saying? You got Poach Chop now. Don't forget Poach Chop. Carter, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Jamie from New York.
Jamie, talk to me.
Eddie looking bad right now, bro. You know, I know Eddie's just talking. You know, him being the promoter, of course, he's gonna make up excuses and lie for his fighter.
Yeah.
I understand that to a degree, but you know, before Turkey Ali Sheik showed up, I thought Eddie Hearn was the best promoter out there. You know, he was making the tough fight, and you know, now his fighters were losing, but he was giving us good matches. You know, but guess he fell off. I don't know what the hell is going on. You know, now Eddie don't know what to say. He's stuck with Boots. I mean, this guy don't want to fight tough competition. You know, nobody that wants to, you know, will give him test him. You know, and coach, you notice how the Eddie Hearn, you know, he said something about 8 fighters turning down these offers, but he didn't mention one name. You know.
Yeah.
And even the guy doing the interview, man. You know, they're afraid to ask the tough questions. I'm sure he wasn't supposed to ask who the 8 fighters were. You know.
No.
That's a difficult, you know, that's a difficult question to answer when you're lying.
No, he answered. No, he asked him a question, but Eddie Hearn cut him off. He cut him off.
Oh, I missed that. All right. I'm at work, so. But anyway, you know, Eddie's capping, and Boots is scared to fight, man. You know what I'm trying to say here is this, coach. Here's my point. You know, with Boots, in his case, you know, Boots can't be right in all these situations. You know, too many fighters, too many names, and it's their fault. You know, somehow, you know, they're the ones that are not making the fight happen.
Yeah.
The list is too long, man, for all of them to be wrong. It's Boots, man. You know, he's the reason why these fights are not happening. You know, he's saying he's on that Tank Davis diet. You know, that's how I see it. These guys today, they're not.
So you don't think so you don't think that Eddie Hearn and Boots Ennis is right that there are like 10, there was a line of fighters, 10, 11, 12, 15 fighters that just they sending offers to and they just terrified and scared and having nightmares about. You don't think there's no validity to that?
No. So listen, you and I both know there's a lot of smoke at 154, bro. A lot of fucking smoke, man. That division is deep, you know. And this boy needs two rounds row to get ready for any of them? Nah, man, it's him. And coach, then we also have Boots and their fans trying to convince us that he's done enough to be called a great fighter. All right, coach, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to leave you with that. The real ones don't act like that. Respect from New York. That's what I'm saying.
All right, shout out to Jamie. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, it might, listen, it might be some validity to that. I don't know. You know, it might be a bunch of people that just, they scared, you know, they crying and don't want to come outside. Like Mo 3 said, I don't know. You know what I mean? At least that's what people on Boots side saying. So that's what Eddie Hearn saying. Eddie Hearn saying, look, man, we sent Freddie Krueger a contract. Freddie said no. We sent Jason a contract. Jason said, no, he'll pass. We sent Michael Myers a contract. Michael Myers said he was busy. We sent doggone the Gremlins a contract. The leader of the Gremlins, Spike, said he had to go to child support court. So, you know, who knows? I mean, Keith Thurman scared. Terrence Crawford scared. Errol Spence scared. Danny Garcia was scared. Sean Porter don't want to come out. He retired because he was scared. Like Virgil Ortiz scared. You know, he ain't signing contracts. I mean, you get what I'm saying? So I just played y'all what Eddie Hearn say, and I just poke holes in all that shit he just said. Now, I'll call it, hold on. Now you see, like, now we see where the confusion come in at. Just listening to Eddie, I said we signed to fight Virgil. I never said that we signed, that we got a contract to fight Virgil. I never said that. But you said you signed. When people say you signed, like, bro, that's what people automatically are going to assume based on your words. That's what that meant. Yeah, I never said that. So basically what he's saying is, this is why I never assume. I never assume. When you say, yeah, man, we sent him a contract, you'll hear me say something like, who is him? I need specifics. Who is him? You know, yeah, we had a meeting with Golden Boy and the Zone. Who did you speak to at Golden Boy and the Zone? We need some names. Because that's too vague. We spoke to people at Golden Boy and the Zone. What the fuck that mean? Golden Boy and the Zone is a company. Who are the personnel that you spoke to? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Jasper from Atlanta.
Jasper, talk to me.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel like Brian Norman Sr. You know, I used to have a little respect for Boots. I saw the game he was playing, utilizing Crawford's name, but really not being about that smoke. I think what we're realizing is this: Eddie Hearn is a promoter. His job is to promote. And I think a lot of times we confuse promoting with making the right fight, making the good fight. Nah, Eddie Hearn's job is to promote good fights, garbage fights, you know, bums, cans, elites. His job is to promote. And that's what he's doing. If he got a lot of the public, if he got a lot of the fans, if he got to twist his words up, that's what he's doing. My problem is with Boots. As a man and as a fighter that you claim to be the best, you claim that people are ducking you, you shouldn't represent and stand for that. You should stand for clarity. You talking about Ramos, but you don't mention which Ramos. You talking about contracts with Virgil Ortiz, but you don't mention the fact that, you know, you don't really got to fight with Virgil Ortiz. You know what I mean? You're not mentioning no details like you're saying. You're keeping it vague because you're relying on people, the public. You're relying on these fans, these delusional fans, to be so thirsty to see you do something great that they accept and they hear what they want to hear, they see what they want to see. This is disgusting. Boots is, I'm completely off of the Boots stuff. I never really was a hardcore fan of his, but I respected his little hustle and what they were doing. I saw the playbook, but I thought that he was going to at least deliver. And this guy, Lima, the funny thing is this, you know, why is it that we never heard about this guy in the 154 pound rankings at all, right? Before, everybody was talking about Bakram, all the other 154 pounders. Now all of a sudden Boots is fighting him. Now we're supposed to make this guy relevant? So he was a nobody before because nobody ever talked about him. No other 54 pounder was talking about. What about that guy Limabean or whatever? What about him? Let's bring. No, Eddie Hearn brings him to the forefront. All of a sudden now we have to accept this guy as a real fighter, as a real elite fighter. No, this guy is not going to do nothing with Boots, and Boots knows that. And I'm just sick of it. That's my call, man.
Salute, fam. Yeah, Eddie Hearn is he doing bro, like Boots say one thing, Eddie will say something else, and it's something. Some of the stuff they say they line up, and bro, it's like, bro, it just. I'm saying for me, shit ain't adding up. See, I don't go by what no fans say. I go by what the fighter says in an interview. And I go by what the promoter says when he interviews. I listen to that very intently. I said, wait a minute, hold on. He's saying something totally different now. What he's saying is something totally different from the narrative. I know what the narrative is, but what he's saying is totally opposite of what the narrative is. Something ain't adding up. Again, he's fighting Lima. He's going to be a 2-division world champion with the IBO belt. I'm not tripping on that. However, don't tell me Lima is. See, this is the issue I have, right? Don't tell me Lima is all that. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me Lima is a killer. Don't tell me, yeah, man, this gonna be tough for Boots. This guy's coming to fight. And when I do my research and I look at this, and when I look at the footage on this guy, I'm like, man, come on, fam, this it? Lima have 2 chances. Listen, Lima got 2 chances to win this fight, just like the other 34 people who Boots fought, 35 people. True. Slim and none. And Slim just got kidnapped by the mob. Stylistically, he got slow feet. I just showed it to you. Carla, hold on. He is not defensively sound. He gonna get hit at will. And Boots throw 10 punches, he gonna land 15. He's not good fighting movers, people with athleticism. I think that's obvious. Boots gonna be doing the matrix, the cabbage patch, the butterfly, the floss, the swoop, the electric slide. He might be shooting TV commercials. He might be when he fighting Lima, he might be talking to Wallow, Gilly and Wallow on their podcast. Gilly and Wallow gonna be out there with their camera and their microphone. Gilly gonna be like, hey, yo, Boots, what you doing? Boots gonna be in the ring. Yo, Wallow, what's up, buddy? What's going on with you, man? What's going on? Gilly, what's up with you? Yeah, Gilly, what's going on? No, I got Limabean in front of me, dog. Don't worry about it. Bam, 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 bam. Woo! You get what I'm saying? Yeah, hey, Gilly, meet me in my locker room. I'm gonna have this taken care of in about 5 more minutes. Don't tell me that this dude's gonna be tough for Boots. That's like, dude, just tell me, say, look, dog, this just an easy touch for him. It is what it is. This guy's tough. He's the IBO champion. Hall of Famers had that belt. But I'm telling you, dog, it's 2 fights out. Look them up. It's 2 fights out there. Watch them. You'll see what I'm talking about. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's going on, Coach? It's BT, True School Sports. Calling from South Florida.
DC True School, talk to me.
What's good, man? Listen, I don't think the Lima fight, as far as him being good, I don't think it really matters to Eddie, because I think Eddie's gonna keep Lima. Eddie's gonna keep the Boots Baby train rolling in Philadelphia, so that, you know, I think he sees Boots kind of as like a backup plan to, like, if this whole Saudi thing falls apart, because he has fighters still here in the States that could have been fought on these Turkey cards, and you don't really see him pushing like a guy like Diego Pacheco or Boots. I feel like he's keeping certain guys on the American roster fighting in America, so that if that whole thing falls out of place, you can go ahead and still have a backup plan.
Is this Brian?
No, this is True School Sports. This is Brendan.
Oh, what's going on, fam? Yeah, I'm listening to your voice. I'm like, yeah, what's good with you, bro?
My first time calling in. I listened to you enough. I said, let's talk.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, last time I saw you was in Vegas, man.
yeah, it was a while ago, but I watch your show a lot, and you do great work. So I don't watch a lot of channels, so, you know, I do enjoy your show. So I figured I'd call in.
Yeah, Brendan, man, I appreciate you, man. Listen, so my whole thing is this. I get it. You're fighting Wisma Lima. I get all of that, right? But just what I think the only thing I'm looking at the interview what Eddie gave, what he just said, and it's like I feel like I caught him in several lies in this interview, because the narrative that's out there, then the narrative that's out there, but what he said is total opposite of what the narrative is. So it's kind of like, now I see how some people are being misled or thinking that, you know, these contracts were signed, one guy ducking, this guy ain't ducking. But Lima, I don't know how he got in the top 10. I'm looking at Box Rec. You know, you can get me a Box Rec right now for the right money. So we know how that shit work. And he's go ahead.
I'll say this about this whole fight. Just by this fight even happening or being lied to, because Eddie Hearn said in December when the Virgil negotiations fell out of place, Eddie said back then that pretty much, like, if Virgil has to go, or if Boots has to go to 54, we're gonna go straight into a Virgil fight. He literally said that. He said his exact words were, if Boots wants to move up you got to go straight into the Virgil Ortiz fight. We aren't going to go into any other fight. That was a quote from December of 2024. So just by this fight happening, we're already being lied to.
Yeah, but this is the thing. I get it. Okay, do you think that Boots and Virgil we are going to fight in January? Because it appears to me that Oscar De La Hoya and Eddie Hearn are on the same. It seems like they are on this. They are on the same. I don't want to say same team, but it seems like they are in cahoots. It's like I'm keeping Virgil away from Boots, and then Eddie Hearn is like, I'm keeping Boots away from Virgil. It kind of seemed like that to me. It's kind of seemed like both sides are doing the same thing. Maybe am I wrong or what?
I don't think you're wrong, and I don't think the Virgil fight happens in January because this fight with Lima is a WBA eliminator, and the WBA champion is going to be Jaron Ennis. Once Carter fights Canelo, Jaron Ennis is going to be elevated to full champion, and then he has a fight coming up against some guy from France. The winner of that fight will be the WBA champion, and Boots will fight that guy next.
You talking about Talese?
Yeah, Jaron Ennis, yeah.
Yeah. That's because he dropped. Because Crawford dropped the WBA belt.
But Virgil's supposedly fighting Eric Saluba now. So if that's the case, man, if I was Boots, I would tell Eddie Hearn to cancel this fight and go get Bachram. If Boots really wants to make a fight happen and get a title, go get Bachram, because as long as Boots doesn't have a belt, he's not going to have any leverage in these negotiations. And if he keeps doing these tune-up fights, what's going to happen is when it comes time to fight in a big fight, he's going to be the B side. He's gonna fight himself into the position of being the B side.
Who Boots? How? But how? He's Jaron Boots Ennis. I think he have a big enough name. It's already a foregone conclusion that he would beat everybody in the sport of boxing, and everybody is afraid of him. So I'm saying, like, it's a foregone conclusion. Like, when I hear people talk,
no, he's the eye test champion. The eye test champion.
So how would he be the A side? How would he be a B side to anybody though?
Because his fan base is mostly in Philadelphia. If he fights outside of Philadelphia, he's not going to be the same draw that he is in Philly. I've been to Boots fights outside of Philadelphia. I know he's not selling tickets like that outside of Philly. So he needs to start fighting for people that the general public outside of Philadelphia are actually interested in. Because if not, mark my words, if you're not, he's gonna fight. He's gonna negotiate himself into being a B-side opponent.
Well, not if Turk Al-Sheikh is involved. If Turk Al-Sheikh gets involved, then is there really an A side, B side in that situation, in that equation?
No. If they fight inside, there's no A side or B side. But Turkey, I think will want to probably put Boots and Virgil on one of those Ring Magazine fights in the States, because that fight would do good business in the States. So he's a businessman. I don't know. If it's inside, there's no A side or B side, but I think that's a fight that would make a lot of sense here in the States. But we'll see, man. We'll see. I don't think Boots is gonna fight Virgil. I think that fight's at best 3 fights away.
All right. Well, listen, Brandon, man, True School Sports, man. Thank you so much, brother, man, for calling. Peace. Salute. Yes, sir. Yeah, you know what? Hold on. It's another thing too, right? It's another thing. I want to see Virgil Ortiz or Boots fight this dude Bachram. I'm hearing a lot about Bachram. I know Bachram beat up. We know he beat up. He beat the brakes off a doggone. What's something to do with the Tim Zoo and all that stuff there. And Turk Al-Sheikh said that he's fighting people. Turk Al-Sheikh said that don't nobody want to fight Bachram. Carla, hold on. The same thing that you're hearing about Boots, we're hearing about Bachram. Boots fan and his team say that everybody's scared of Boots. They terrified, don't nobody want to fight him, right? And then, but when you talk about Bachram, Turk Al-Sheikh is saying everybody's scared of Bachram, don't nobody want to fight him. So my thing is this: since everybody's scared of Boots, don't nobody want to fight Boots, and everybody's scared of Bachram, don't nobody want to fight Bachram, why don't Bachram and Boots fight each other? True. Because Boots said he ain't scared. And from what I'm hearing, Bachram ain't scared. So why not get the two fighters who everybody is scared of? According to the narrative, Carter, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? M1 from the BS.
M1, talk to me.
What's up? I got two things. I got something I want to say and a question, right? All the people that Boots said they ducked them is actually all the people that really ducked Crawford back in the days, right? And there's a question, right? Remember when Eddie Hearn and all the promoters was after Turkey? Now it seems like Turkey is just doing his own thing. Remember, Eddie Hearn was, I'm working for Turkey, you know that? And now it's like, I don't know, like he's taking over and he's leaving the promoters behind. Do you see that or no, Coach?
No, I mean, what you talking about? As of late, working with Turkey. I'm trying to understand your question.
Yeah. Turkey working with all the promoters.
Yeah.
With Eddie Hearn, with Bob, especially with Eddie Hearn and De La Hoya.
De La Hoya, Golden Boy, yeah.
Yeah, because he been like beefing with both of them about, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, ain't nobody been beefing. Listen. With the stuff you be seeing on YouTube, when Eddie Hearn say something, when Oscar De La Hoya say something about Turkey Al-Sheikh and all that stuff there, it ain't no beef. How you beefing with a guy while at the same time you have fighters who are signed to you fighting on his fight cards? So
No, I'm saying Turkey beefing with them. Not them because they can't beef with Turkey. I'm saying just, Turkey is saying like, little shit about them and doing their own thing. And he's, this fight with Terrence and Canelo is like, he brought in, other people that's not boxing promoters.
Yeah, no, Turkey Al-Sheikh can't beef with them dudes. I mean, if he says something about them, I'm not aware of it. But both sides say something about each other. Ain't nobody beefing, bro. Everybody making money together, bro. That's all that's going on. That man don't take that man. When you got the kind of money he got, he don't take that stuff personal. He don't take that stuff personal.
Yeah. That shit ain't nothing. But yeah, Coach, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Boots got to do something. And another thing about, American fans, when they tell me about American fans, I always go, where whoever Bomac and Red and Saul is training, because that team is incredible. But that's my call.
All right. Yeah, we'll find out. We'll find out what's going on. But yeah, man, I'm like, shit, I'm tired of listening. Y'all know me. I'm tired of the Superman stories, dog. I'm tired of the Superman stories.
I am sick of hearing these bullshit Superman stories.
I've been hearing this about Bakram too.
I am sick of hearing these bullshit Superman stories about the Wassa legendary Bruce Leroy catching bullets with his teeth.
Bruh.
Catches bullets with his teeth. Nigga, please.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? All right. Caller, call back, man. Caller, call back. Yeah, so my thing is, see, this I have a solution for all boogeymen. If you the boogeyman, because I've heard this before. I've been watching boxing a long time. This ain't my first time hearing about boogeymen. Listen, and this is my suggestion to Turkey Al-Sheikh. Y'all say Bakram is this killer. He Terminator. Fine, I ain't got no problem with none of that. People scared to fight him. I'm like, okay, I hear what Turkey's saying about Bakram, but I'm hearing the same thing about Jaron Boots Ennis. So you got Michael Myers over to the left. You got Jason Voorhees to the right. Don't nobody want to fight Jason according to the narrative. Don't nobody want to fight Michael Myers according to the narrative. Why not Jason and Michael Myers fight each other?
True.
Yeah, why don't Michael Myers and Jason fight each other? That'll kill all of that. That would kill all of that. Okay, yeah, hold on, Jason. I'll let you now. Now I know you keep coming back. No, you keep coming back every Halloween and shit. No, that's Michael Myers. Michael Myers keep coming back Halloween. But anyway, but you get what I'm saying. But Jason, I know you pissed off. I know you're pissed off, Jason. I know you're mad. I know you drowned in the water and stuff. I know you're mad, but check it out, Jason. I got this dude over here named Michael Myers. You know what I mean? He said he won't smoke too. He kind of pissed off too. He kind of went through something similar to what you went through. And for some reason, we can't kill neither one of you niggas. Y'all keep coming back. So since both of y'all keep coming back, we got a solution. Why don't both of y'all fight each other? We gonna have Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger gonna be the referee. Freddy Krueger gonna be the referee. Michael Myers, Jason fight each other, and we gonna get to come to the conclusion. True. I'm tired, dog. I'm tired. You get what I'm saying? Tired, dog. All these bullshit Superman stories about the Wasa, legendary Bruce Leroy catching bullets with his teeth. Now, this is the issue too. Fans of these certain fighters, they'll get mad because I don't see they fighter the way they see them. I'm like, fam, I come from the old school, dog. You got to prove that shit against some quality people. You get what I'm saying? I don't see niggas, bro. I fell for Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner, perfect example. Check it out. AB, about billions. AB was built the next Floyd Mayweather. He coming to the ring dancing. AB got a nice outfit on. Y'all know them outfits AB used to wear. You know how Boots dress? Look like he got the little skirts on with the talons hanging from it. AB used to come to the ring with the little skirt with the talons on it and stuff like that. Glitter and gold. It looked real. I ain't gonna lie. Agent Broner ring walk outfit is phenomenal. Hey, he coming to the ring with that, and he the next Floyd, and he looking pretty and flashy. And then he get in there with the right dude. True. Boy, he get in there with a dude that be on this. Hey, like, man, shit. Look, listen. Like, goddamn, hold on, man. Wait a minute, man. I thought you supposed to be the next Floyd. Yeah, you supposed to be Roy 2.0. And this is what I'm saying, dog. See, when you go to hyping these dudes up, you can't be putting that pressure on them people like that, man. Because it's unfair. It's too much pressure for today's fighter. Because these fighters are mentally weak like that. I'm not saying mentally weak because they get in the ring and fight and box. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying when it comes to living up to that type of pressure, that's a lot of pressure to put on somebody, bro. When you're telling them they are the next great that came before them, you put a lot of pressure on them. You put a lot of pressure on them, man.
Sick of hearing these bullshit Superman stories about the Wasa, legendary Bruce Leroy catching bullets with his teeth. Catches bullets with his teeth. Nigga, please.
Carter, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, this Reese from East Oakland.
Reese from East Oakland. Talk to me, brother.
Yo, so your boy in Reno, Nevada at the moment, and we out here banging Coach Malachi in the podcast, loud out with the screens out, and want to show some love and let you know that we fuck with you. We from East Oakland to Reno, Nevada, on some love shit. So we fuck with you, Coach.
So you from
deep? Your thing. Keep fucking. I'm sorry.
You from deep East Oakland?
Deep East Oakland, 8600 and Dowling, dead end, baby. Dead end. Hey, Coach, dead motherfucker end, boy. Hey, you know what that means?
What's that?
Hey, going down, and I don't want to call it rounds, but hey, Norman, that boy from the South, finna show that mechanic power, that mechanic power, Coach. Hey, shout out to you, Coach. For real, just want to show you some love, though. I'm in Reno, Nevada, hanging out for a weekend with the wife, and the wife was like, "Yo, call Coach." Call Coach.
Yeah, man.
We was bamming you on the way up here. You know what I mean? Had you on the Wi-Fi, not the Wi-Fi, on the Bluetooth. Coach, shout out to you, man. Love you, man. Keep it going, baby.
Salute, fam.
Shout out,
Reese, man. Deep East Oakland, man. Reese, deep East Oakland. See that's my thing right there, dog. That's my thing, dog. Don't be telling me, cause bro, like I have high expectations. And when you put me all the way up here, I'm expecting some shit. Okay, shit, nigga. I know, nigga. Cause I ain't gonna lie. I've seen Optimus Prime. So I came up in the Transformer era. I came up in the era of Beat Street and breaking and Electric Boogaloo and all that stuff there. I came up in the era the 18 and the Hawaii 5-0, Magnum PI, and you know, TJ Hooker and all that stuff there. You get what I'm saying? Spencer for Hire. I came up in that era, right? Rocky 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You get what I'm saying? I came up in that era. I came up in the era where we had Ultraman and Godzilla and King Kong and all that stuff there. And I came up in the era with Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvelous Marvin and Hagler and Roberto Duran and Tommy the Hitman Hearns and Aaron Pryor and Mike McCallum. And, you know, and all these greats, I came up as Azuma Nelson. So when you go to comparing these dudes to those guys, I'm looking at this guy. I'm like, well, shit, man. I hear what you're saying, dog. But, Lord have mercy, how many fights that nigga don't have? Oh, goddamn, you comparing them to who? All right, you don't have this many fights. You comparing them to who? All right, goddamn, are you sure about that, fam? True. Yeah, see that's why I step in at. I'm like, hold on, baby boy. Wait a minute. Hold up, swole up. Hold on. I hear what you're saying. I think you're using a little bit too much hyperbole right now, baby boy. Baby boy, you're using a lot of hyperbole right now. You get what I'm saying? I don't know about that there now. I don't know about that there. I really don't know about that there. I hear what you're saying now, but that ain't it. That ain't. You know what I mean? You know that ain't not that there. You see what I'm saying? I don't see Hagler. I don't see Roy. I don't see Sugar. I don't see any of the Sugars. Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard, or Sugar Shane Mosley. I don't see none of the Sugars. True. I don't see no Floyd Mayweather 2.0. I don't see none of that. No, I hear what you're saying, but I'm telling you, I don't see it. That eye test shit. Yeah, now he passed the eye test. Yeah, Adrian Broner passed the eye test too. AB passed the eye test. AB passed the eye test. You know what I mean? Nigga, hey man, bro, I don't see this before, fam. Shit, nigga, AB, man, hey man, shout out to AB.
Turn around. Yeah.
Nigga, I don't see this movie before. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, fam. I ain't trying to. You get what I'm saying? Hey, Trey. All I'm saying, fam. This all I'm saying, fam. All I'm saying, Trey, is I don't seen this before, fam. I don't seen this before. That's all I'm saying. But I fuck with AB though. I fuck with AB. That nigga AB for. I fuck with AB. I fuck with AB now. I don't give nobody. AB a fool now. He a fool. AB a fool. That boy a fool, boy. But AB used to come to the ring. Hey, Mr. Cook. Boy, AB used to come to the ring looking fly. Nigga had Rich Homie Quan. Hey, he had Rich Homie Quan walking up to the ring. He had doggone. Hey, what the dude name? French Montana, he used to come to the ring, you get what I'm saying? We had French Montana, boy, don't get me started, dog. Let the good times roll. Don't get me started, boy. I'm trying to tell you, boy. Yeah, I ain't seen that yet. I'm just telling you, I ain't seen that. Caller, what's your name? You called it from?
Hey, this Coach Eddie from ATL.
Man, Coach Eddie, talk to me.
What's going on, brother? Yeah, see, the reason why you ain't seen it, Coach, because you got cataracts, Coach. That's all it is. You got to check you got cataracts. You know, you need to smoke some over it. You know, because I know you got that glaucoma, man. Yeah, anybody with 20/20 vision can see what's going on. You got cataracts. You can't see. Well, Coach, you need to have cataract surgery, man. Look, man, like I've been saying. Everybody ducking the smoke. You heard Eddie the Hitman Hearn came out and gave a logical explanation. He gave you the breakdown what's really been going on. Don't nobody want to fight Jaron Boots Ennis. They price themselves out because they know they about to get cooked. So they said, I'm gonna get beat up this bad. I might as well get paid good money for it. That's how it is. You know what I mean? I mean, what's gonna happen? Virgil gonna wind up getting beat. You know what I'm saying? Before Jaron, and the fight is gonna lose some of the luster because Virgil keeps taking all these tough fights back to back, and you notice every time Virgil fight, he always in a war most of the time. It's always back and forth. It's a seesaw battle. His last few fights have been like that. Now you're gonna jump in the ring with Erickson Lubin. That ain't no soft touch, man.
Man, that's I disagree. I disagree, Coach.
You think Lubin a soft touch?
Yes. for Virgil. I like Erickson Lubin, man. He a Florida boy. He from Florida. I like him, bro. I do like him. I like Erickson Lubin, man. But Erickson Lubin don't have some wars. I'm telling you, man. Virgil Ortiz gonna eat that boy alive, man. He gonna eat him alive, man.
Man, you get the cataract, man.
You gonna see. You gonna see.
Man, come on, man. We gotta keep hope alive, man. I mean, come on. Hey, Digger was planning to have this album back in the day called the Rebirth of Slick.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to rebirth Slick Black Fighter, man. I'm trying to hold on to this one Slick Black Fighter. I'm trying to keep hope alive, man. And Coach, you keep tearing me down, man. You keep putting doubt in my mind about Jaron Boots Ennis.
No. I'm not trying to put doubt in nobody's mind about Boots. If you love Boots, I ain't got no problem with that. What I'm saying is just the stories is not adding up. It's like I'm hearing. See, you gotta understand, Coach Eddie. I'm hearing Freddy Krueger scared, Michael Myers scared, Jason scared, Mr. T scared, Debo scared, Ultraman is scared, the Voltron is scared. The Transformers, I'm hearing all these killers is scared or whatever, right? And this guy, and I'm like, God damn, so it got me looking at him like, damn, bro, is he that terrifying, that menacing of a fighter that everybody is just, they just, you get what I'm saying? They just, they're overwhelmed with fear. And it's like, it ain't adding up, fam. When I hear Eddie talk, it ain't adding up when I hear him talk.
Well, that's because you need a hearing aid, Coach. You got cataracts and you need a hearing aid. if you heard everything that Eddie Hearn was telling you, it won't be no question, man. You got to listen more. You hearing, but you ain't listening. That's what it is. Like Eddie the hit man done broke it down. We were nice and smooth. Can break it down no better than that, man. So I would advise you to go get you a doctor's appointment, man. You get your eyes checked out, get your ears checked.
Yes, sir, my brother.
That's my call.
Shout out to Coach Eddie. Coach Eddie might have a point. He might have a point. He might be right. I probably gotta get my eye checked. I got cataract and I got glaucoma in one eye, and glaucoma in one eye, and I got losing vision in the other eye, and my ears ain't what it used to be. You get what I'm saying? Back when I was young, I was able to see a lot better and hear a lot better. But now in my more advanced age, the eyes and ears don't work like they used to. True. Yeah, the eyes and ears don't work like they used to. All I'm saying, this is all I'm saying. All I'm saying is, all I'm saying is, I just heard what Coach Eddie Hearn said, and I'm like, yeah, man. And I don't look at the footage. I don't look at. I watched that entire fight today when he fought when he fought McKenna. When he fought Aaron McKenna, when Lima fought him, I saw that fight. I'm looking at everything that Boots is going to exploit. And then I'm looking at, okay, now I see why they picked this guy. He's a fighter. He's going to fight. He's tough, but he going to get the brakes beat off of him. This dude, bro, you don't get no more tailor-made than this. This is tailor-made just like when Boots fought a man to standing on us. Y'all saw how tailor-made that was? Standing on us right there in the middle, coming forward, to eating every punch Boots throw at him. And then finally he ended up quitting on the stool or whatever. So yeah, it's gonna be just like that. I promise you that. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? It's Mitchell from Chicago.
Mitchell from the South. Talk to me.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's not adding up. With Boots, Turkey say if you want to, there's no reason not to have a good fight if Turkey involved. I mean, Turkey said if you want to fight competition, he got you. So I think at this point, if you're not on any of Turkey cards, you don't really want to fight because financially, who can compete with him at this point? What promotional company can compete with him financially?
Yeah, nobody. Turkey Al Sheikh is the bank. I mean, he got, they got the 2030 initiative, the Riyadh season 2030 initiative, and I think they had like a 30 something $billion budget for the Riyadh 2030 initiative, and that's basically saying that hey, they got an initiative they put together to where they're going to have a major impact in sports and stuff like that. And they're doing, so far, they're doing carrying it out. So, yeah, ain't nobody going to pay you more than Turkey. But this is the problem. When you deal directly with Turkey, you got to fight a tough opponent. And, you got to fight, you got to fight who they decide you're going to fight. So it might be a tougher opponent more so. So that's the only problem.
Yeah. I think when Turkey came in the game, I think he got rid of all the cherry picking trees. So if you doing business with him, that's out the window. Like it gotta be accidental, like the Shakur, like who Shakur supposed to fight Kid Austin. They gotta be accidental like that for you to get somebody considered like a cherry picker or a bum. I got this quick question for you, Coach. With Devin Haney and Norman, do you think that Devin Haney can stabilize B. Norman with his jab?
I mean, according to me personally, I think he probably can. However, it just depends on how the fight materializes. I'm looking at what's the best way that Devin Haney can win that fight, and I think Devin Haney can keep the fight on the outside, work his jab, and hope that Brian Norman doesn't time him. Brian Norman doesn't have the footwork in order to cut the ring off and get his shots off. So if he can neutralize him with that, I think that'd be good. However, I think that the Normans, everybody knows what Devin Haney's strength is. His strength is his jab. And if you take the jab away, because you have seen fights where fighters take the jab away, and you can take it away several different ways with footwork, head movement, and timing with your counterpunching. So he can, but I think the Normans know that, so they are more than likely going to be working on that to try to take that away. Devin Haney has a good jab. He has a really good jab, but he has a good jab in comparison to the people that he's fought, from a size standpoint. So I'm really anxious to see how this fight materializes between the two. I really am. I think it's going to be a good fight.
Well, I appreciate you answering my question, taking my call. Salute to you on social media, Coach.
I mean, shout out to Shot, man. Shout out to Shot Town, man. Mitchell from the Shot, man. Salute, brother. Salute, brother. Now, this is the thing. Now, the selling the Brian Norman and Devin Haney fight is too easy. That's too easy. Shout out to Flex. Hey, okay. Dropping that half a dub on your boy, man. Salute to you, brother. Shout out to QC. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a dub. He said again, none of the 10 mentioned sent offers to Boots. He said they all got low ball offers, and only Ellis sent their counter offer. Keep it a beam. Yeah, again, we only see what this is the problem. We're assuming, based on what Eddie Hearn and Boots are saying, that they sent all these dudes offers. We're assuming that. So what you're saying is you're taking that what they're saying is the truth. I'm not sure about that, because I just played an interview where Eddie Hearn was clearly lying. But he couldn't. Oh yeah, what it is? We signed on to fight him. We met with Golden Boy and the Zone. But guess what? Carla, hold on. He was very vague in that. He didn't give any specifics about who he spoke to. We sent 8 guys offers and they all turned it down and all that stuff there. I don't believe that. But if I did believe that, I know you sending people a little money to fight a guy who you say is Godzilla. So yeah, so it's, bro, I don't believe that. If you're a Boots Ennis fan like yourself, they sent 20 people contracts, everybody's scared, and don't nobody want to fight them. And they turning contracts down. We don't know if it's true or not, but because Boots and them said it is true. And yeah, I don't take that position. I don't take that position, especially when you're dealing with Eddie Hearn, and you know how Eddie Hearn gets.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage.
Carla, what's your name? What you
calling? People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Hey, Coach, that nigga AB a fool. You heard?
AB.
What's going on, Coach?
Hey, man, shout out to Mr. Cook, man. Hey, AB, man. Hey, that's what everybody say, boy. AB a fool, boy. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but one thing about AB would have fought them fights. You know what I mean? I know it's been a couple of days, and now I'm hearing people saying like, "Oh, everybody riding Boots," everybody this, and it's like nah, man. It's like I like Boots, and like eye-wise, I mean, he has the talent. He do have the talent, but it's like you said,
he passed the eye test. He passed the eye test.
Yeah, he passed the eye test, but it's like at some point you have to go up against competition. That's how you rank yourself amongst the elite. You know, I'm ready. Remember back a few years back, I'm ready for Earl. I want Boots. I want Bud. Then he jump out the WBO and then go to IBF route. All this noise. So, I mean, like, come on, man. Now you move up. You taking the tune up. Then here come Eddie. Like, now I'm hearing, because I got a lot of Boots guys, and you know, coach, you got to remember when Earl got spanked like that. A lot of them Earl fans turned into Boots fans now. So a lot of them they went from Earl and jumped right on Boots. And my man, like, he is super Boots, and he like, it's been confirmed. Virgil confirmed it. If he win his fight, and then Boots win his fight, they fight in January. I don't know if you heard that. I ain't hear that yet.
Yeah, that's not true. Virgil didn't confirm that. Virgil, his dad said the total opposite. That's not true.
That's not true at all. Then I just seen Virgil and moving, but I mean they about to fight. Like all them guys up there at 154, he could have fought anybody else. He could have fought somebody. Why you ain't called one of the guys?
Well, okay. Let's just assume that Eddei Hearn is telling the truth. Even though I just called him in the lie in this video, you know, because he put the narrative out there that we had this fight under contract. I am of the opinion that Oscar De La Hoya and Eddei Hearn have an agreement in place that Virgil Ortiz is not going to get nowhere near Boots, and Boots is not going to go nowhere near Virgil Ortiz. Because when I listen to Oscar and I listen to Eddie, it's like it seemed like they kind of Oscar like, well, it can happen. It's a possibility, and you know we'll just have to wait and see. That's how Eddei Hearn. That's how Oscar De La Hoya talk. And then when you hear Eddie, yes, we signed to fight him. So when you say we signed to fight him, people automatically going to assume you signed a contract. Eddie said, no. I never said we signed the contract to fight Virgil Ortiz. I'm saying that we signed the terms to fight Virgil Ortiz. And I'm like, bro, come on. Like, you use the semantics at this point. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Word salad.
Hey, Coach, keep it real. Keep it real. Is we being too hard on Boots?
Well, I mean, the people, the people, it's up to the people. Like again, I look at the comment section, and the people feel like maybe they're not being hard. I don't think people are being hard. I think what it is people have expectations based on information that they was fed from Boots' PR team, with YSM and the trainers, and then Eddie Hearn. And then what we've been hearing when he was over there with Showtime, and he was over there with Showtime with Steven Espinosa. What it is see, these guys don't understand that they created this paradigm or whatever, what we having right now, this storm. They created this storm. This is based on years of propaganda of being Roy 2.0, being Crawford 2.0, being, I beat Bud, I'm better than him. Spence, Errol Spence, Keith Thurman. Like this, I think this is years of saying this guy's the best fighter since Sugar Ray Leonard and all this stuff there. So people have been amped up mentally. Goddamn, they think they're gonna see something, and then it's like 35 fights later, they still ain't seen nothing. So I think that's what I think it's more so that. I think it's more so that than anything. The expectations.
Okay, because it's like, man, I love the sport, and I like Boots, man. I like his fighting style. He seemed from the odds, like you say, he seemed like he got all the tools. You know what I mean? We just want to see him fight, man. And then the way he talk, Coach, you can't talk all crazy like that. And then when it's time to fight, you ain't. It's either put up or shut up. But I ain't gonna hold you, man. Thanks for taking my call, Coach. You already know, man.
Yes, sir. Salute, fam. Mr. Cook Duval. Yeah. I think that's what it is, man. Both of them, both sides is playing possum right now. And listen, again, I don't know Oscar De La Hoya. I don't know Eddie Hearn. I don't have a relationship with Boots. I don't have a relationship with Virgil Ortiz. I don't give a damn either way, but I'm gonna call a spade the way I see it. And I'm like, yeah, man, I'm hearing all this. Bro, because I've been watching boxing too long, dog. I don't seen the killers. I don't seen dudes who was really like that. And they like James Lifestyle Tony he was like that. He was like that. You get what I'm saying? I remember, listen, there's something that Zab said that I wanted to piggyback on, but I remember, you know, the reason why I don't compare these guys to those guys of the past, y'all remind me, I'm gonna tell you why. Caller, what's your name? You calling from?
Hey, what's up, Coach? Rose from Mississippi.
Rose from Mississippi, talk to me.
Hey, you said something then. Well, I forgot that Boots was Showtime, you know, with Steven Espinosa, and you know how they doing. They were known for hyping up fighters. Cause you forgot how they were saying King Kong Ortiz was the boogeyman of the heavyweight division.
Yeah.
So there were fans be thinking about like, man, dang, y'all be hyping these dudes up for all the years that we want to see something.
Yeah, see that's the part everybody is missing. You can't go on a PR campaign and you build the guy's name up off of somebody else's name. And then you draw these comparisons to this guy and to somebody else's name that you're building his name up off of. And then you're telling everybody he's Superman. You know, he defeated Kryptonite. Darkseid scared of him. We sent Darkseid a contract. Thanos scared. Lex Luthor, he don't want no smoke. The Green Lantern is hiding out, and you know, and it's all hype. It's all, you get what I'm saying? And then you got people on one side like, yeah, you heard what he said, because it confirms what they want to believe, that, yeah, man, everybody's scared of my fighter. But then it's like when you peel back the layer of the onion, it's like, nah, man, this ain't what I'm saying. This dude ain't, like, Eddie Hearn is lying.
Hey, and then you gotta understand too, Coach. These are the same people that said that every time I Crawford and Snack, when we seen Boots with a Snack shirt on, holding two big ass jugs of Snack in his hand. Oh no, Boots will never with Snack. He never took Snack. He won't with Snack.
Yeah.
So you gotta understand that too. What we dealing with now.
Yeah, I mean, so that all I'm saying, I'm gonna let you go. Shout out to Rose, man. Mississippi, stand up. Yeah, I think what it is, and this is what I want. This is what I want people to understand. And I say this time and time again on this show. The worst thing you can do to me is come over here and hype your fighter up. Same shit with Virgil Ortiz. I'm hearing all this shit about Virgil Ortiz. He haven't fought for a title yet. So we know how Golden the Boy moving Virgil Ortiz. Golden the Boy is moving Virgil Ortiz the same way Matchroom is moving doggone Jaron Boots Ennis. And prior to that, RIP to Cameron Duncan, the same way Cameron Duncan was moving Boots. That's from my perspective. And I ain't on nobody's team, because I don't know none of these people. I don't know any of them. Did you get what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, but I see how both sides moving. One side, you may say, he doing a little bit more, but he ain't never had a belt. He never had a belt. Other side had a belt, unified champ. Well, one belt, the first belt he got was emailed to him, and the second one he became unification, right? And now he's fighting for another belt, the IBO title. Now, Eddie Hearn, the PR team in Philly for Jaron Boots Ennis, I'm giving y'all some game. How you promote your boy, you say, hey, look, he's having a title fight. He's fighting a champion. His first fight at 154, he's fighting a champion. The IBO champion. When people say, people gonna laugh, they're gonna be like, oh man, you know, they're gonna be like, oh man, you know, man, what you mean, the IBO title. I'll call it, hold on. What you mean the IBO belt? That ain't no belt. You say, no, it is a belt. Say it's the same belt that Floyd Mayweather Jr. had. Floyd didn't have that belt. Yes, he did. Look it up. It's the same belt that Lennox Lewis had. It's the same belt that Roy Jones Jr. had. It's the same belt that Manny Pacquiao had. It's the same belt that Ricky Hatton and Triple G had. You say that. You know, to add a little value to it. Yeah, it might be some bullshit, but that's neither here nor there. That's how you attack that. He's going to be a 2-division world champion once he beat this guy. So now, you know, and then you add, and then this the icing on the cake. All of those guys I name are Hall of Famers. If Hall of Famers like Floyd, Manny, Lennox, Ricky Hatton, Triple G, he ain't a Hall of Famer yet, I don't think. Yeah, Ricky Hatton, Manny Pacquiao, if Hall of Famers like that have that belt, Triple G, somebody say he a future Hall of Famer, had that belt. Boots following their footsteps. That's how you do it.
True.
That's what I would do. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's going on, dog pound? This Freddie from East Oakland, man. It's your boy Freddie. What's going on with you today?
Freddie, East Oakland, talk to me, brother.
Yes. Hey, look, check it out. I forgot to tell you yesterday, right? About the boy AB. With him signing with Don King.
Mm-hmm.
When I said I wish AB the best because my boy James Page, right? He was signed with Don King, and somebody was saying right that James Page had got paid $850,000 for one fight, but he only saw like $70,000 after everything was over. You know? Yeah.
That sound about right.
Yeah. So
that's sad. That's sad, man. It really ain't funny. You know, it's sad, but yeah, it ain't funny, man.
Yeah, because you know, I used to spar with James Page. You know, like when I was fighting. Remember, I told you I was sparring Andre Ward and everything. But yeah, again, what's going on with the Boots situation? What's going on with that, Coach?
No. Eddie Hearn did an interview yesterday, and he was asked a question about the Jaron Boots Ennis situation. What does he feel about the criticism that he's receiving for fighting Uisma Lima of Germany? And he broke down, hey, look, man, he said this guy's a tough competitor. He said that we sent out 8 contracts to people. Everybody turned it down. He didn't give any specifics. He didn't name any names. See, I can say right now, yeah, man, I sent Nelly a contract and Nelly turned it down. Okay, well, you know, but I'm not telling the details. I might have sent Nelly a contract for $5. Well, you made $1 your last fight, so you making 5 times more than what you paid. You get what I'm saying? So you know, this is what he's saying, and then you know, there was a rumor out there that, you know, Virgil Ortiz was ducking Boots. He was scared, terrified. He's crying. He's in witness protection program, whatever, and that could very well be true. I don't know, but you know, they're saying that Boots signed the contract to fight Virgil Ortiz. And then Eddie Hearn just confirmed that he never signed the contract to fight Virgil Ortiz. He said that he met with Golden Boy and he met with DAZN, 2 companies. Did not give any specifics. And he said that he signed terms to fight. He said Boots signed terms. So I guess a piece of paper or whatever, signed terms saying that he'll fight Virgil Ortiz under these terms. And then he said people misunderstood, thinking that I said that we signed the contract. No, we never signed the contract to fight Virgil Ortiz. I said that we signed our end. So it's very, very vague. You get what I'm saying? And I'm like, and I see how people are getting confused based on things that Eddie Hearn says. And then Boots is only regurgitating, I guess, what Eddie Hearn is trying to tell him. So he seemed like he don't know what's going on. All he know is what Eddie telling me, everybody ducking. So that's what he running with. And it's like, yes, it don't seem right. And I do get it. You know, if you pro Boots, everybody's scared. Megatron scared. Optimus Prime scared. Godzilla scared. You know, King Kong scared. You know, Jason, Michael Myers, Freddy, all of them scared. You know, and my fight is so great that everybody just scared of him. So, and you know, so I get it. It sounds good, but I see right through that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, like you don't know what to believe. You know what I mean? Like you don't know what side to believe. You know? Yeah, but anyway, though, man, I'm gonna let you go, though, dog, fam.
All right, salute, fam. Hey, shout out to Freddie, man. East side, East Coast, man. Listen, deep East Oakland. Deep East Oakland, man. Yo, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat. Yeah, man. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, so we'll see. So me personally, we'll see what happened next year, unfortunately. I'm hearing, as I said, I'm hearing all this stuff about Bakram. We're gonna find out what's up. You know, Sebastian Fendora looks like, you know, we gotta see, this is my thing. Boots has been hyped up as a killer. Virgil Ortiz has been hyped up as a killer. Guess what? These killers gotta go fight, gotta go find Michael Myers or whatever to fight. These killers, you gotta go get some real bodies. They have to. Did you get what I'm saying? The reason why I don't compare these fighters of this era to even the era of the 80s and the 90s. I just go back to the 90s. You guys know one of my favorite fighters is James Lights Out Tony. He got 10 losses. Never been stopped, right? I remember a time you had somebody by the name of Michael Nunn, second to none, right? Michael Nunn, right? Michael Nunn was a bad boy at that time. Bad boy. Motherfucking James Tony was hungry. You know, James Tony, hold on. James Tony, let me shut this down right quick. James Tony, boy, was a young, hungry fighter. You get what I'm saying? And James Tony went to Michael Nunn's backyard. He went to his backyard. Lights out. The best Philly shell I've seen in my era. I ain't seen nobody do the Philly shell like James Tony. So relaxed, so poised, right? You get what I'm saying? He fought Michael Nunn. You know, he beat Holyfield. That was a hell of a boxing match against Holyfield as well. Vasily Jirov at cruiserweight. Bad boy. You get what I'm saying? He couldn't beat, you know, him and Mike McCallum. Mike McCallum, RIP to Mike McCallum, man. Mike McCallum, man, is, bro, like, them two dudes fought each other. It was like a mirror image of it was like a mirror image of both of these guys fighting. Look up Mike McCallum, man, the body snatcher, man. That dude, like, you don't see boxing like that no more. There's only a few fighters who fight like that, fight that type of, not necessarily from a stylistic standpoint, but fight that mid-range to close game without grabbing and touching, holding on to your man. Bam. Bam Rodriguez is a great inside fighter. And I always pivot to Bam because that dude fight real good in that pocket, bro. I'm going to tell you another guy that's a good inside fighter, Gary Russell Jr. True. Gary Russell Jr. Gary Russell Jr. is a really good inside, mid-range to inside fighter. You get what I'm saying? Gary Russell Jr. Like, for real, though. For real, though. You know what I mean? So I'm telling you, but I say all that to say is back to Mike McCallum, right? I mean, back to James Tony and Michael Nunn. I think that I want to say they fought like 91-ish, about 91-ish. Doggone James Tony went up in there. They paid James Tony chicken change too. When I say chicken change, I'm talking about like $70-some thousand, right? James Tony say, I'm finna beat him anyways. Like Michael Nunn was the A side. Michael Nunn got paid $500,000. If my memory serves me correct, you know, James Tony got paid less than $100,000. It was an offer that was designed for him to turn down. They gave him an offer thinking that he was going to refuse it. Promoters will do that. If it's a fighter that's dangerous, we gonna send him something. We just send him this. Take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. Now, some fighters wouldn't go. Somebody like, no, I ain't taking that. I'm gonna negotiate it. And then you will have fans of that fighter. See, we sent him a contract. He didn't want to take the contract. But they don't tell you why he didn't take the contract. I can't tell a fighter what their price should be for a fight. All fights are not the same. So James Tony said, I'll come to your backyard. He went to Michael Nunn's hometown. very similar to Lima going to Jaron Boots Ennis' hometown. And he said, I'm going to beat him. I ain't worried about him. I'm going to beat his ass anyways. I'm going to stop him. Because I know if it go 12 rounds, I'm not going to win this fight. But I think this was James Toney's 3rd year as a pro, if I'm not mistaken. But he was so good and he believed in himself. But he was good, though. See, that's another thing. James Toney had the talent to beat Michael Nunn in his own backyard. You can have the heart to go in there and fight a guy, but if you don't have the talent, you're not going to win that fight just on heart alone. It's a good chance that you may still lose that fight, but you got the heart to go in there and fight him. Some people may have the heart, but they're like, look, man, you want me to come to your backyard in front of your judges and you offer me this? Every fighter is different. So then it comes a point to how bad do you want to fight? I mean, how bad do you want to try to make these fights? Because it's both ways. It's not just how bad you want to fight. It's how bad do you want to make the fight? And I'm saying that for, like, you know, if you that promoter, if you know that, okay, I got this fighter right here, dog, Michael Myers scared. You know, Freddy Krueger, where he at? 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. Freddy, there go Boots over there. Oh no, I'm not going over there. 3, 4, better lock your door. 5, 6, better not come quick. 7, 8. Don't, better stay up late. You get what I'm saying? You sitting there like, you know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? Motherfucker scared. He's shaking like, oh man, I'm tired of telling you, dog. They coming for me. Did you see him? What's going on? Baby, what's wrong? It's a nigga outside, babe. What you talking about? Babe, I'm looking through the blind. Do you see the nigga? Who? The nigga Boots. Babe, Eddie Hearn got in contact with me. He did? Yeah, he got in contact with me, babe. You see what I'm saying? Babe, what you think I should do? You get what I'm saying? Like, if this scenario you're going to push, then I'm like, okay, cool. You got to be willing to do what you got to do in order to make these fights. It go both ways. Especially when you're using these vague terms like, yeah, we said this, we said that, we said that, we said this, everybody's scared. So, like, that line is only going to work for so long. It's only going to work for so goddamn long. Okay, dog, we get it. Y'all been saying this shit for about 4 or 5 years now. Okay, now what, dog? It's still like that? Yeah, it's still like that, dog. Tired to tell you, dog. These niggas scared, dog. I saw Michael Myers at the Piggly Wiggly. Michael Myers, he don't even talk. He shook his head no. And Freddy Krueger, he was walking through the projects with a machete in his hand. I called him 2 o'clock in the morning. I say, no, I'm talking about Jason, my bad, not Freddy Krueger. Jason, I saw Jason with the machete in his hand, hockey man. I said, Jason, man, what's up, man? What you want to do? Got that boy Philly there trying to see you. And Jason, like, he shook his head. Jason don't talk. Then I talked to Freddie. Freddie said he was busy scaring somebody else in their dreams. So it's like, okay, cool. Like, dude, and I think people are frustrated. But my main man, James Toney, he went up in there and Michael Nunn, he went with the work on him. Michael Nunn was kind of winning that fight, if I remember correctly. You know what I mean? James Toney knocked him out in the 11th round, caught him with a left hook. Vicious. In his backyard. And he got paid like $60-some-thousand. Everybody ain't James Toney, though. Everybody ain't James Toney. So sometimes you gotta pay a little bit more. Especially when you hold all the cards. That's all I'm saying. Let's give everybody a round of applause. And then there may be some truth to some people that just scared, don't want to fight them. But I don't want to say these guys are scared. I would say that they might be making a business decision. Because one thing I know is this. This is what I do know, right? When you're a fighter and you the quote unquote, you the B side, you ain't getting no favors when you the B side. We seen fights where a guy clearly won the fight and the judge said something totally different. So this guy don't risk this, and lost, got another loss or got a first loss or whatever, and you know, and he got chicken change. You get what I'm saying? So we're gonna see what Lima Beans do. I'm gonna tell you, Lima Beans don't stand a snowball chance in hell against Boots. This is gonna be one of Jaron Boots Ennis' easiest fights. I promise you that it's gonna be just like the other 34, 35 fights. Shout out to QC. Dropping that quarter of a dub. He said on a serious note, let's get another box rep breakdown, coach. Ortiz, Boots, Bach, Rom, Lubin. Yeah, I would do that right now. I'll probably have to do it. I'll probably have to do a whole show on that, fam. Cause right now I'm finna get ready to lock the showdown, and you know, cause we finna go live again tonight. I think there's a fight on tonight, and I need to create a thumbnail for that. We finna go live again in a minute. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. But let's give everybody a round of applause. Yeah, and see, this why, shout out to Legacy Mindset, shout out to Passion for Beauty. This is why I don't like comparing these guys to the old school guys. Different era, different boxing criteria. As I said before, you are in this, see, the reason why you can't compare this era to even the Roy Jones's era. This era, you are the best just because a YouTube channel say so. Just because a group of fans that you have say so. Just because you have social media followers and Instagram followers, and you have paid media outlets, whether they're paid monetarily or they're paid by getting an interview or they're paid by just being mentioned on Twitter or whatever the case may be, you know, guys who just gonna cap. So I'm like, no, these dudes ain't those guys. They ain't Pretty Boy Floyd. They're not Mike McCallum. They're not James Toney. They're not Azuma Nelson. They're not Julio Cesar Chavez. They're not Mildred Taylor or even Frankie Randall. They're not the Black Mamba Roger Mayweather. These guys are not that. They're not that. Leave these niggas in this era where they at. I call this era the flash and no substance era. Look good, look flashy, look fly, look pretty, but I don't see no grit. I come from the gritty era. The era where it was grit, like, you know, you get what I'm saying? So again, and this is no knock on these guys that's fighting now. I'm not saying every young fighter is like that here. Now, you got some fighters that really got that grit. I told you, I love Bam. Bam. I like Gary Russell. Gary Russell Jr. I like Gary. I like Gary Russell, man. I like Gary Russell. I like Gary Russell. Gary Russell, great footwork. One of my favorite fighters out of DC, Mark Too Sharp Johnson. Y'all look up Mark Too Sharp Johnson. Great footwork. Hand-eye coordination. Y'all look up Mark Too Sharp Johnson out of DC. But I love Mark Too Sharp Johnson, boy. Too Sharp, yeah, man, I'm trying to tell you, boy. I'm talking about the real deal Holyfield. It is what it is, man. Shout out to where we at? Shout out to the hood.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here.
What you say, Natural? Shout out to the Natural.
I did this for the hood. Y'all know I
Natural, what's going on, fam? JC in the building. Hey, what you say? Hey, what you say? What you say, Urban? He say signs of the times, coach. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's different now. It's different now, fam. It's different now. I mean, I get it. Listen, I understand. It's different now. So this is why I don't like comparing those guys, because to me, there's no comparison. That's all I'm saying. But let's give everybody a shout out. Hold on, let me see what's up. Let's give everybody a shout out that's in the chat. Shout out to QC, man, for the super chat. Hey, okay. Shout out to Flex. Hey, okay. Trap Media in the building. Trap Media USA. Hold on, can y'all hear me now? Let me see what's up. Y'all bear with me one moment. Y'all bear with. Hold on, y'all bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. I want to know, can y'all hear me now? Okay, y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear me. My bad, y'all. My bad. I didn't know. Hold on. Let me refresh this screen. It looked like I'm having technical difficulties. Why am I having difficulties over here? I can't even see myself in this screen. I can see myself here, but I can't see myself in the screen. Y'all bear with me one moment. Let me refresh this. Let me refresh this. Reload. All right, let's see what's up. Make sure we good. All right, we good. We good. Let me know, y'all. Let me know if y'all can. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. All right, we good. Y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear me. All right, cool. Sorry about that. I was having technical difficulties on my end. On my end. All right, y'all can hear me though, because I can hear myself on the screen. All right, salute. So shout out to Miss Black Panther. Shout out to the lovely Miss Connie. Shout out to Sheila. Shout out to Sheila from Killer Cali. Shout out to Miss Sheila from Houston, A-Sound. Shout out to G5 from the Bronx. The Martin, salute fam. Shout out to Jamie from New York. Clint Cummings in the building. Shout out to Nelly Content. Shout out to Kenneth Johnson. Shout out to The Natural. Let's see. Shout out to Schoolo. Let's go to the other side. Shout out to Legacy Mindset. Hollow Davis. Let's see. Shout out to J Walk. Yeah, he was talking about AB. Yeah, man, AB, man. AB about billions. Hey, what you say? Somebody said something about Mark Too Sharp Johnson. Yeah, I listen, Mark Too Sharp Johnson, boy. He was a great fighter, boy. He was a great fighter, bro. Tell you, Mark Too Sharp, great fighter, great footwork, ring IQ, hand-eye coordination. Man, I'm talking about, man, know how to swim and not get wet. You get what I'm saying? It is what it is, boy. I'm talking about, boy. I like Mark Too Sharp Johnson.
Oh, Miss Hillary. Oh, so good to see you, Miss Hillary. I love you, Miss Hillary. Welcome to TV1. Oh, Lord. I dance with Master. I dance with Master. I dance with Master. I dance with Master.
Yeah, man, we going live again tonight. Oh, Miss Hillary. I love you, Miss Hillary. Lord, I love you, Miss Hillary.
Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck those socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap-ass cigars. Fuck your yuck-mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out of my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Telling me these Superman stores, man. Just plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything you say, 5. Go ahead, ask me a question. Did you? 5.
Hey, man, shout out to Clubber Lane.
Hey, woman. Listen here. Since your old man ain't got no heart, maybe you'd like to see a real man. I bet you stay up late every night dreaming you had a real man, don't you? I tell you what. Bring your pretty little self over to my apartment tonight, and I'll show you a real man.
Boy, if a nigga pull up on you like that, boy.
I smell something, man. You smell something? I definitely smell something in my hair. I smell pussy.
It is what it is, man.
I respect your ambition, Willie, but you got to have vision.
See, y'all ain't got no vision. That's the problem. Y'all ain't got no vision. You get what I'm saying? If you ain't got no vision, man, it is what it is.
Hurting the group. I'm the best thing ever happened to this damn group.
Nobody's bigger than the group.
Y'all ain't stupid. I'm the one selling the records. They coming to see me.
They coming to see the Temptations.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
You know what, man? Some of y'all don't like going to jail. Ain't nothing wrong with going to jail. You go to jail, when you go to jail, you get to see a lot of your homeboys that you ain't seen in a while. You ain't seen them on the street. You go to the dorm and be in jail with your homies and all that stuff there, man. Going to jail, that's some certified G shit. You got to be a certified G, you know, in order to go to jail. You dig? You heard me? You got to be a certified G.
You sound like a bitch. Bitch. Man, I ain't worried about jail. Shit, man, I don't give a damn about going to jail. Nigga, take me to jail.
Take me to jail?
Shit, lock me up.
Lock me up.
Throw away the key.
Throw away the key.
Yeah, man, lock me up and throw away the key. You know what I mean? So we can start, you know, guess what? I'm going to tell y'all something else, too. A lot of y'all got a problem with fighters who pick and choose who they want to fight. It ain't nothing wrong with picking and choosing. TBE did it.
But when you are put in a certain position, he should be he's able to, like me. You know, when I was in a position, I can pick and choose who I want to, because I earned that right.
See, when you earn the right to pick and choose, when you earn the right to pick and choose, you can do the pick and choose and dance. Niggas already celebrating. Hey, they celebrate already for the fight start. Nigga, Lima Bean coming from Germany. Lima Bean coming from Germany to Philly to fight Boots. But Gilly and Wallow already celebrating. Gilly and Wallow already celebrating. I don't even play, nigga. Wakanda, bring your ass over here, nigga. This what I'm gonna do to you. Oh, Lord, no more. I just kicked Wakanda in the face. Oh, hit him in the stomach. Oh, Lord. Him, slap him. Kick him. Kick him. Kick him. Kick him again. Oh, Lord, I'm beating Wakanda ass. What you gonna do, Wakanda? You want some more? Oh, Lord, hammers. Go up on him. Bam. Catch him in the neck. Ah, Lord, Wakanda is dead. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all know what it is.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all. I did this for the hood. Y'all know I beat that boy.
It is what it is, man. I'm going to give everybody a shout out right after these messages. Yes, sir. It is what it is, man. Shout out to Clint. Shout out to Dex. Shout out to Miss Connie. Shout out to Legacy. Jamie from New York. Yeah, man. Here you go. Listen, man. Shout out to same old T. TR in the building. Listen, man. Listen. Shout out to Shaw Cool Hands. Willie Sumlin. Green Eyes P. Shout out to who else we got in the building, fam? Schoolo X-Man. Can't forget about Trey, fam. Legacy. Big bro, come back cool and salute, brother. What does he say, Coach? Gary Antonio fight tonight on Pro Box. Okay, we going live tonight. We going live tonight. Shout out to Low Key. Nelly in the building. Shout out to Mo Taylor. Mo Taylor in the building. Hey, man, shout out to everybody who called the show, man. Shout out to Freddie, man, D Beast Oakland. Roach from Mississippi. Shout out to Mr. Cook from Duval County, Jacksonville in the house. Shout out to Mitchell from the Chi-Town. Coach Eddie from the ATL. Reese from Deep East Oakland. Shout out to M1 from the Bronx. Hey, listen, man, shout out to Brandon, man. Shout out to Brandon, man, from True School Sports. Salute. Shout out to Jasper from the ATL. Jamie from New York. Shout out to Martin from Oaktown. I think Martin from Deep East Oakland, too. Oakland represented today. You know, the home of In Vogue, the home of Tony, the home of, there was a whole lot of people came out of Deep East Oakland. Let me see. I forgot. It's a whole lot of artists. I want to say Club Nouveau from Oakland, too. Club Nouveau, could be wrong about them, but I think they from Oakland. Confunction, the home of Confunction, and you know what I mean, and all that stuff there, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Salute to everybody, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to Willie Sumlin, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Summer in November. Shout out to Mika Lovem. Shout out to Miss Connie, Miss Black Panther. Catch you guys on the next one. We going live again tonight. So I'm trying to make the show up. You know my motto. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace. And I have a video dropping at 8 o'clock. You dig?
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.